to this thing here. The hell do they put it? Auction.
This is where things get really strange. New theories. We know that there was madness, chaos,
there we go.
And murder. Shocking discovery. February 1559. This is a document that shouldn't exist. Tonight, our Expedition Unknown event continues.
Two of them were missing their eyes, and one of them was missing her tongue.
As I investigate the 60-year-old mystery of Russia's Dyatlov Pass.
Yeah.
This is a spot. I brave the frozen wilds of Siberia to find out what killed 9 hikers.
2 pieces of clothing were radioactive.
This is where things get really strange. Was it a tragic accident or something even worse?
We know that there was madness, chaos, and murder.
And a new discovery will turn this cold case into a hot topic. It says the case started on the 6th of February. Is this a smoking gun?
Ugh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
My name is Josh Gates. Explorer. Adventurer. And a guy who ends up in some very strange situations. With and a passion for the unexplained, I travel to the ends of the earth, investigating the greatest legends in history and legend. This is Expedition Unknown. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. It's a Cold War thriller, a spine-tingling tragedy, and one massive whodunit. The details are now legendary. In January of 1959, 9 young Russian hikers established a wilderness club and undertook an expedition to the frozen wilds of Siberia. The group is led by Russian engineering student Igor Dyatlov, who, along with his friends, meticulously documents the trip in diaries and in photos. After a week, they make camp on the slopes of the ominously named Dead Mountain. The area will later be renamed the Dyatlov Pass, after the group is never heard from again. When a search party finally reaches the pass, they find a bizarre, macabre scene. The bodies of the hikers are frozen solid. None are wearing their boots or cold weather gear. Some are freakishly injured. Less than a mile away, their tent remains intact, but it appears to have been sliced open from the inside. Their possessions are left behind. Their stove is unlit. The Soviet government quickly cracks down on the story. Archives and evidence are sealed away, and the case is closed. To get to the bottom of what really happened, I've flown to the Siberian city of Yekaterinburg to meet with Dyatlov Pass historian Yuri Kuntsevich, who gave me access to a rare piece of physical evidence from the case.
What is this?
Hey, Burma.
A fragment found near the pass that he believes could be from a missile fuel tank.
Oh.
If true, it could confirm a theory that a military weapon test resulted in the hikers' deaths. Would it be possible to
Ew.
take a small piece?
Have you seen this or not?
Okay. While we wait for the results of the test,
Pick your sport, C12, keep 4, then put the other guys on base. Play for more cards. Pretty fun.
The more facts you learn, the weirder it gets.
And explorer Mike Lebecki.
I don't want to find out just what the hell happened to these guys.
As they follow in the ill-fated footsteps of the Dyatlov group, testing the theories that have sprung up to explain their deaths.
This is the 60th anniversary. That's last week when they make the trip.
After driving to the edge of civilization by military truck and then transferring to snowmobiles for an 80-mile journey, we punch out above the forest to the steep, exposed tundra of Siberia. Pretty sketchy. You have to really bring your legs onto the uphill side to prevent the snowmobile from just rolling down the peak. The already dangerous temperatures are now turning deadly. We we travel in near whiteout conditions in the convoy. Until we reach a forward base camp that an advanced support team has erected just below the pass. Okay, here we are. We're a 30-minute hike away
There,
from
what do I
reaching
got
the
here?
site, where the Dyatlov group set up their tent for the last time on February 1st, 1959. Cover your face every few minutes. The frost nip starts to set in almost immediately. Just about every pocket on these coat or pants and boots are filled with hand warmers and foot warmers, and it's still not enough. I'm reminded that 60 years ago, Igor Dyatlov and his friends didn't even have insulated parkas. They crafted homemade gear and hiked in leather boots.
This is the Dead Mountain.
Ooh.
So this is the pass right here. This low ground between the peak and the rise over there that they are trying to traverse.
Yes, this is the pass.
We're less than a kilometer from where the tent was.
Mike leads us onward to an exposed but relatively flat area on the side of the slope.
All right, Josh, this is the area where they would have put the tent. Right here.
To stand in this spot is nothing short of emotional. For Teddy, it's the culmination of a deep commitment to this case. You made it.
After 6 years of reading about this place, I'm finally here.
The preeminent investigator in the world on the Dyatlov Pass incident had never been to the Dyatlov Pass until now.
For me, until now, it was academic.
Right.
I was only reading about it.
Being in this spot, man, this is a story that I've heard about for so long. To actually be standing where it happened, it's really sobering. The question now is to understand how the hikers arrived at this very spot and what
the hell
happened
do
to
they
them
do here?
next. We know from their diaries that the night before they died, they were camped in the forest down there.
Correct.
So the next day, they were going to come through the pass, and ultimately, they were trying to get to a mountain that's over here, correct? Here's what we know for certain. Having stored much of their gear the day before in a makeshift shelter, the Dyatlov group skis in the direction of a Torten mountain, heading along the ridge of this pass, almost a mile above the tree line, choosing this spot to camp. They were experienced hikers, yet for some reason, they chose a completely exposed area to pitch their tent. Perhaps they tried for the peak and got caught here late in the day. Perhaps they were too tired to hike down to the
Where the hell do they put
safety
them?
of the forest.
The tent was found on the 26th of February.
So what do you make of this? You're the real outdoorsman here. When you see this scene, what do you make of this tent?
The first thing that comes to mind is the tent is still standing.
Right.
It's not blown away. It's not destroyed. The tent is sitting up.
Is this a place that you would pitch a tent?
It's a little exposed, but on an expedition like that, you would bivvy for the night and keep moving.
Yeah.
This was a category 3 expedition. You had to have certain number of cold nights, which means without firewood around.
This could explain a long-standing mystery. The stove was never assembled because they never intended to start a fire. Their diaries revealed they hadn't lit the stove the night before either, and were warm enough without it. But something else had investigators stumped.
The prosecutor who flew in on the 27th described the tent that the tent had openings. And
Right.
they sent the tent for a lab test, and it was found out that it was cut from inside with at least 2 knives.
People have said that these were something that they cut so that they could escape the tent and get out quickly for some reason. Once again, we're faced with the one question that matters. Why did the Dyatlov hikers leave their tent? What scared them so badly that they cut their way out of the only safety they had, to run to almost certain death? It just makes no sense.
Something made them run like mad, man. Something.
As we enter the next phase of our search,
Let me
we
see
finally
that.
find the answer.
One of the most fierce pirates who sailed the high seas. Amaro Pargo.
That is a pirate cave!
Mhm.
Expedition to 99. discovery. Little Caesar stuffed crazy crust is
The
soft
hell
and
did I
cheap
do here?
and has a delicious buttery garlic flavored crust. And it's $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust. And I'm out of time. It was more time. Pizza, pizza.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque
All
psoriasis.
right, 78 down
Now
here.
I feel free to bare my skin thanks to Sky Rizzy. I'm celebrating my clear skin my way. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin even at 5 years. And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Thanks to clear skin with Sky Rizzy, this is my moment. There's a moment on my skin, and that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Sky Rizzy, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how happy can help you save.
What? Reese's Big Cup with caramel? Or caramel? Is it caramel? 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 I don't know. Anyway, however you say it, just say it and then eat it.
Oh, man. IMC. And some more stuff to the wheel here. '94.
Have fun, sis.
All right, I'll do that.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% cash back.
No matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you have fewer attacks and relieve your asthma symptoms. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people 12 and over. It is not a rescue medication. Don't take Tespire if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions may occur and can be serious. Rash or eye allergy can happen. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Sore throat, joint, and back pain may occur. Avoid live vaccines. No matter who you are, ask your asthma specialist about Tespire today.
Well, my family says I'm hard to buy presents for. This year, I'll give them a little hint. Now go.
For people who love their vehicles and their pets, WeatherTech is the only name.
Down here, change that.
From our laser measured floor liners, cargo liner, and cup foam that secures your phone in virtually any vehicle, to our pet feeding system. This season, order the perfect gift at WeatherTech.com.
Towing has drink right here that he wants me to move.
It's just a friendly neighborly thing.
He wants me to eat all the water, and I'm not thirsty. This time, sucks me him.
Alongside researchers Teddy Hajiska and Mike Lebecki, I finally reached the infamous Dyatlov Pass, the place where 9 hikers mysteriously died exactly 60 years ago. We're at the same spot where the group...
Come on, notification, get out of my way.
In these frigid conditions, we only have a limited amount of time to investigate what happened here. We've already put several theories to bed and dissected the popular fringe theory that the team was killed by a Russian Bigfoot based on a blurry photo. In reality, it turns out to be just another hiker from their group.
Hey, cards are us.
With the local Nancy people,
Here, what am I in here?
suspected in the case, but who, in reality, assisted investigators and were in no way tied to the crime scene. At an abandoned gulag, we investigated the theory that an escaped prisoner killed the hikers, but no prisoners were reported missing, and it's unthinkable that a fleeing convict wouldn't have grabbed the hikers' money or warm clothes. Now let's talk about the which is the avalanche theory.
Yeah.
A lot of people have seen this photo. They see snow on top of the tent. They say, well, they must have been hit by an avalanche. And then it crushed the tent, and it drove them off into the night.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working with avalanche backcountry for 25 years, and there's a lot of criteria, a lot of variables to this equation. The easiest one is to show you the slope. Okay, so I've got an inclinometer.
Mike takes out a device used to measure the incline of the terrain at the campsite.
This is easily the steepest part of this slope right here.
Yes.
So I can even give it some favor. You're looking at a max of 25 degrees.
Okay.
It's got to be steep to have an avalanche here. If you look up this ridge, you're looking at 20, 25 degrees maximum. There's no way this slope right here is going to slide to an avalanche.
The question that remains, though, is whether the higher slopes are steep enough to have sent snow cascading down.
Mm-hmm.
To find out, we're sending up a drone for a bigger picture. Okay, here we go, Mike. You ready?
Whoa!
And let go, 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 go! Man, it is brutally windy. Ronald, just to try to hold it in position. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try to turn it around. The area directly above the tent continues to rise at a fairly gentle grade, so we push the drone even higher. We're trying to get this whole slope from every angle possible. Okay, coming around to the other side. The camera reveals that the rise gradually steepens and tops out at 1,100 feet. While it isn't exactly a cliff face, it's still possible that a snowslide could occur here. And the investigation photos do show some snow atop the tent, which means the theory is technically still viable. Okay, you got it. But an avalanche isn't the only way the terrain could have killed the Dyatlov 9. One of the theories that's gained some traction in recent years is the idea that an extremely rare weather event took place here. That maybe they were out here, they got caught in a blizzard or really, really tough conditions, an extreme temperature drop, and that maybe the winds whipped around this peak, creating a kind of perfect storm that spooked them out of the tent. This infrasound idea. Infrasound, or a Kármán vortex, is a rare low-frequency sound wave, in this case, generated by wind wrapping around the peak that could lead to panic and confusion on the part of the hikers. Possible?
This whistling, this sound that drove them mad, I mean, there's no evidence for that.
Right. The phenomenon of infrasound has been observed in nature, but has not been proven to induce panic by those in its wake. Plus, all 9 of the hikers would have to have been influenced. Due to its highly theoretical nature, I think we can cross infrasound off our list. But we know the weather in Siberia doesn't need to get creative to kill people.
The only thing possible there for me to think about is the wind. Crazy 100-mile-an-hour winds, that's possible.
But anyone who's camped, and you know this better than anybody, anyone who's camped knows that tent is effectively a lifeboat. If you get into really bad conditions, you don't leave your tent. And not only did our hikers leave the tent, they weren't dressed in the right clothes.
I have been in tents when the winds come to destroy the tent. As soon as you start hearing any wind, you put everything on, you get ready immediately. You cannot leave your boots or clothes.
Right. You know, when people talk about this story, everybody has a theory, but most of them sort of fall apart. It's hard to come up with one explanation that satisfies all of the strange aspects of this case. And it only gets stranger when you consider the scene that confronted investigators. So, Teddy, walk us through what they found inside the tent.
They found their food, their clothes, outer jackets, buckets. They found everything. 50 meters from the tent, down the slope, were visible footprints of hikers
found where?
They were found over a mile south to the tree line.
That's an incredible distance to traverse with no shoes on in this weather.
It just confirms the madness, the adrenaline. It seems like they were out of control.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's go down to the area where those bodies were found. Let's get off the side of the peak here.
I want to do that.
Yeah, it's getting cold.
Yeah, it's getting colder by the minute. With the temperature dropping and an entire camera crew to move, we take the snowmobiles, another life-saving luxury that the Dyatlov 9 didn't have. But as we approach the tree line, the terrain grows rough. This section's tough. It's really bumpy. Super easy to lose control. Then the unthinkable happens.
Oh.
Are you okay?
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza? Here you go. When you need it most.
My dry eyes make me a burning, stinging 5 times a day. Makeup smearing. Stop music. I want another vaccine. That's not another drop.
Josiah, it's not another drop. It's the first and only one for dry eyes. Josiah should be symptoms of dry eyes. By helping your body to postpone real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relax on your knees.
My eyes are tears. Ask your doctor about Josiah.
This holiday, with the Ring Video Go-Go, coming together. And Ring Family capture all the holiday magic. With Ring, you're always home for the holidays. Learn more at Ring.com. The opinions are shopping last-minute deals.
Missing anything? Anybody in here? I'm trying to get my trash around.
Raise your ugly sweater and raise you some mint.
No.
Shop last-minute deals. Red Lobster's new lobster and bird celebration. Free lobster and shrimp entrees for a limited time. It takes about 200 steps to make a pair of Tecovas boots. But the steps that matter most are the ones you'll take in yours. With comfort for long days, and style for big nights. Any place worth going to is worth going in good boots. So no matter where you're headed, don't go gently. Find your pair at Tecovas.com.
How do you tell someone I get you this holiday season? With something personal. That's why I use Shutterfly. I mean, who isn't gonna love this? Get 40% off everything with code SAVE40 at Shutterfly.
We need a small business loan fast. I got this. Loan Cannon! Oh, there's a better way to get a fast small business loan. Go to OnDeck.com, and if approved, get your funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
That was the roughest storm no one's ever seen. We were lucky. The fleet survived. Now it's time to pick up the pieces.
We've got to take care of each other out here.
It's the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans, and you have a choice, which is why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here to help you get all the benefits you qualify for. Give us a call today at 800-613-0700. The licensed agent. We'll help you make the most. Ask about our monthly premium.
Oh, hell.
That includes
All right, did I miss anything?
and hearing.
Taking my trash out.
Transportation, a gym membership, and $0 copays for prescription.
Anybody got questions or requests or anything?
Plans to help you pay for groceries, over-the-counter health items, and utilities like cell phone, all on a single prepaid MasterCard. Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield at
Got to put these guys in.
800-613-0727 for your
Oh,
Medicare
crap.
Advantage plan review. Find a plan with all the benefits
I forgot to take them out of my inventory.
We're here to help,
Shit.
so you never go
Well, hell's bells.
Look at that. Jay, that right there is a marker.
I gotta figure out which ones I just put in.
Divided treasure. Why would people come
That's one.
here, need to see this marker?
All right. I gotta open my inventory. Barker. Seriously. Hey.
In the frozen mountains of Siberia, 9 hikers died mysteriously in a case that still baffles investigators after 60 years. Researchers Teddy Hajiska, Mike Lebecki, and I are approaching the tree line where the first of the hikers' bodies were discovered. It's really bumpy. Super easy to lose control. Then the unthinkable happens. You okay? Are you okay? No! My cameraman Evan has hooked his snowmobile. Go, pick it up. If he's broken his leg, the word emergency doesn't begin to cut it. Are you okay?
My leg was trapped.
It's tough. It's so hard on this hill. Okay, you alright?
Yeah.
Okay. After Evan's close call, we walk the rest of the way to where the first bodies were found. When the searchers followed the footprints down here to the tree line, who did they find first?
They found the first 2 frozen bodies under a big cedar tree. They found Doroshenko and Krivonishenko. They were barely covered with snow, that's why it was easy to spot them. In a very strange pose with their arms stretched upwards.
So their arms are up like somebody
There,
clothes
that
on.
one I put in.
Investigators theorize that in a frantic bid for survival, their fellow hikers took the dead men's jackets. And their cause of death was what?
Hypothermia.
And no other injuries to them.
Not that I'm aware of.
They froze to death, though Doroshenko and Krivonishenko were discovered near the remains of a campfire built from branches gathered from the surrounding trees. Their bodies had minimal clothes on, and their socks were burned, as if they had put their feet into the fire itself. How desperate they must have felt. Broken branches were found 15 feet up the cedar tree. Someone may have climbed it to gather fuel for the fire. So who did the searchers find next?
Same day, they found 2 more bodies. They found Dyatlov and Kolmogorov. They were frozen in a pose that seemed like trying to get back to the tent.
And the cause of death here also hypothermia?
Yeah, that was the cause of death. But they had some more injuries than the first 2 bodies. They started showing some
I can just put that one
wounds on the
in.
knuckles and some missing skin on their faces. And Kolmogorova had on her waist elongated shaped bruise as if she was hit with something.
Okay. Dyatlov and Kolmogorova were found frozen to death in a path facing back toward the tent, almost a mile away. It's easy to imagine that they were frantically trying to return to their shelter, but succumbed before they made it. When investigators continued, though, they made a discovery that didn't seem to fit in with that theory.
Then they found Slobodin. He was in a straight line between Kolmogorova and Dyatlov.
And his state?
Slobodin had a fractured skull.
He had a fractured skull. Now, coming down here, there's some real steep inclines, ravines. We've seen lots of sharp rocks. Do you think it's possible that the fractured skull is just an injury he sustained from a fall?
Anyone can take a fall and crack their head open.
Right.
But it's a tough one because a human that didn't want them alive could have did as well.
To me, the size of the fracture matches the butt of a rifle.
That's suspicious.
Yeah. So that's 5 of them. And then some time goes by before the other 4 are found, right?
2 months later.
2 months later. They were actually found in the water.
Yeah.
The last 4 bodies were found.
Hang on, guys. I went and added cards to my
They were in a frozen
full box without taking them out of my inventory, so I got to do that real quick.
the more than 2 months that they went undiscovered. Dubnina, Kolovatov, Zolotaryov, and Thibaut Brignol had much different, much more severe injuries than the rest of their comrades. And this is where things get really strange.
Yeah, 3 of them had traumas that the pathologist that did the autopsies described like being hit by a car.
So major trauma.
Major trauma. Rib cage that had 12 ribs broken. Casting scar.
Some believe that the trauma to their chests was the result of the weight of the snow. But not all of their injuries can be explained that way.
2 of them were missing their eyes. And 1 of them was missing her tongue.
You have to keep in mind this is 2 months later. The tongue and eyes is simple to me. It's insects or a rodent just eating it.
It's one of the most dramatic and gruesome details of this whole affair, but really in some ways, I think it actually is maybe one of the most explainable. Just being left out here, animals could certainly have gotten it. The source of the hiker's injuries is one of the many matters of debate among Dyatlov researchers. To some, it is evidence of being attacked. But what if the group was scared out of their tent by something more indirect? The final photos on the hiker's cameras may suggest an explanation. Let's talk about these lights. There are some strange images at the very end of a few of the camera reels. We see what looks like the tops of heads, like they're looking at some sort of flash in the sky. There's another photo that looks like maybe they didn't get the lens cap off fast enough. So, are there other reports from around that time of weird lights in the sky?
Many. Even in the case files, there are at least 3 light events in the sky seen by people and reported.
Other people saw strange lights in the sky.
Correct.
Some have suggested that the pictures show actual UFOs. However, all but one of the photos in question were recovered from water-damaged cameras, so they aren't exactly proof that ET visited Siberia in 1959. Mike believes the other eyewitness reports, though.
Yeah.
He thinks that the lights in the sky have a more earthbound explanation. And so, what are we talking about here? We're talking about shooting stars? We're talking about a missile launch, maybe a weapon test of some kind.
I personally think it's some kind of missile launch, chemical weapons testing.
It may be that the UFOs, rather than being alien spacecraft, were missiles being tested in the area. In 1959, the same year the Dyatlov group died, the Soviets began production on the R-12 Dvina missile, capable of carrying a 2.3 megaton nuclear warhead, traditional explosives, or a chemical weapons payload. Yuri Kontsevich back in Yekaterinburg gave me a piece of metal from what some believe is the fuel tank of a rocket that killed the Dyatlov group. It's really compelling. It makes a lot of the puzzle pieces fit together. They saw something that startled them. They got them out of the tent. It explains the photographs. It might explain that they ran into somebody and saw something they should not have been there to see. There's one more peculiar detail that gives credence to the idea of a weapon test.
There are reports of radiation, high levels of radiation.
They did find some radiation on their clothes, right?
And the strange thing is that only 3 pieces of clothing were radioactive.
And highly irradiated?
Yeah, quite a lot.
We have a Geiger counter. I'd like to take some samples from down here in the tree line, see if we can detect any elevated radiation. If this was a significant event, some of that radiation might still be detectable. We'll see if we can find any evidence to back the theory.
Yeah, I took it out already.
Okay, let's do it. Come on. Any explosion of a 1950s Soviet missile, even one with a non-nuclear or chemical weapons payload, would have left traces that could still be detected today. We set out into the forest with our Geiger counter. Radiation is measured in a unit called sieverts. 105. Sit close to some of these older trees.
NC, what's up, man?
Normal background radiation from the Earth is about 0.15 microsieverts. If a missile was tested here,
Oh, what did I do?
counter well above that amount. 2011.16, 2022, 0.33. Look at that.
Nah. Yeah, you'll get that. Yeah.
Just one cord to set up, say goodbye to that.
I know, right? Big time. I got my box all screwed around here. Exactly.
Is your cat too cool for the holidays? Gift him Temptations creamy puree.
Exactly, and it changes from hour to hour too. That's like the yeah. Yep, that too. Yep.
We want beers and lattes. Great.
Nope.
We want to be invited.
Especially in yeah, like you try to use that to comp stuff, and it's like I don't know. To me, that's why I just go by price. What I pay for it. Unless it's like something crazy, you know. If it's Mickey Mantle or something, I'm gonna look to see what it's going for. But anything else.
Already?
I mean, I see Shohei slabs still going for $10. It's like, oh man, how did I miss that? You know, and then somebody will have it for 200, and I don't know. It's weird. 14. There we go. Get your butt back in there, Lester. All right. I hope I got those in the right order. Ooh.
You're so cute. Only pay for what you need.
A couple years ago, I ended up in a motorcycle accident. I didn't have health insurance at the time, and now I have a plan that keeps me covered.
Yep, exactly. Yep, I know. I agree 100%.
I found a plan for $0 a month. It was a huge sigh relief.
All plans cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency care, and more.
And you know, it could have been a buddy of his shield bidding. You know, hey, get on there and buy this for $30, and I'll give you 20 back or something, so we can say that the comps are higher, you know, or whatever.
Personalized gifts under $50.
I know they're not supposed to do that, but with cell phones and everything nowadays,
Nothing like a real tree.
they probably are.
The holidays are a joy, except for all the snow, slush, salt, and pine beetle catastrophes. WeatherTech's cargo liners and floor liners are laser measured to perfectly protect the front, back, and even up the sides.
I know one.
Perfect holiday gift today at WeatherTech.com. And don't forget WeatherTech gift cards.
Hi, kids. So it turns out this new T-Mobile home internet we
Okay, he's trying to say incognito.
There's not enough speed for all of us. So the only solution is one of us has to move out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Val. Lisa?
I get straight A's.
Yeah, but it's 4th grade. Can't be Sally because...
I'm 6 years old.
So it's me.
Hi, Daddy.
T-Mobile home internet slows down when you need it most. Get faster mobile internet speeds for everyone with Spectrum.
If you want to grow your business,
Yep.
you need advertising that
Especially if you're trying to buy a bunch of them.
where your audience is watching. And
Like,
moving
yeah,
customers
supposed to do
take
discounts.
action. Spectrum Reach has the solutions you need to connect with the right customers the right number of times across any screen, so you can be sure you're getting results and getting the most for
I went out driving around for 2 hours.
Advertising that moves is advertising
It still forgot to get a Sharpie.
SpectrumReach.com to connect with a local advertising expert today.
Damn it.
One of the most feared pirates to sail the high seas. Amaro Pargo.
That is a pirate cave.
Expedition Unknown. Tonight on Discovery.
Deep inside
Yeah, meet me in the middle at 63. Yeah. Okay.
the deaths of
Like, alrighty.
in 1959. 2016 by measuring the radiation levels in the trees. 2022. 0.33.
Nice.
Look at that. 0.33, like we're past chest X-ray territory.
It's significant.
Let's see if this tree
That's like when I get these guys that come in and they're, what's the best card I can get? And I'm like, I don't know. Hey, it depends who you like. And I'm like, I don't friggin' know.
Deep inside these trunks may be a record of what happened.
I mean, if I was in something like, you know, a pole game or whatever, and I hit a Nick Chubb, I'd be happy. But if I was a Steeler fan and I hit Nick Chubb, I'd be pissed. So I was like, yeah, who knows? Yeah, I might not be pissed, but you know.
We core a variety of trees until the effort has used up the last of our daylight. We need to get to shelter soon, or risk getting caught.
That's another reason why I broke those up into teams. Exactly. Yeah.
It's about 30 below, and the wind is
Exactly. Yeah.
5 miles an hour. The wind chill
I mean, hell, that's a lot of picking too.
We hurry back to our tent.
I mean, C-15 and keep half of them.
This is
Just about half of them, and then a chance to win the other ones. Good chance to win the other ones.
This is the closest we can come to experiencing what the Dyatlov
I should have taken a nap.
60 years ago.
I don't know. I just realized it's almost 7. I'm tired already. Sinuses are driving me nuts. My eyeballs are burning.
This is madness, man. I can't even imagine it. They were barefoot. What happened? Something gave them no choice.
I think they did what they did.
I'm about to open a beer now. So that'll give me a little kick in the ass for a little while. Perfect world, I can sell like 5 or 6 games here in an hour, and then I can go to bed. They're actually, Cavs are on in like 15 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not. I don't usually start paying attention too much to basketball until after Christmas.
Then what happened?
And then somebody assaults them and confronts them.
You think that somebody at that point comes up to them and confronts them?
More than one person.
The theory that Teddy offers here, that a person or people prevented the Dyatlov group from returning to the safety of their tent, checks a lot of boxes about the incident. But there is still a major issue. The initial search party didn't identify any footprints known to come from outsiders, and no physical evidence was ever recovered of anyone else at the site. For me, that's a deal breaker. What about you? What do you think happened to them out here?
It's got to be chemical weapons testing. There's
What do you think?
I think they were testing bombs. I think they ingested chemicals.
I should
They got
sort through some stuff here while I'm doing this.
chemicals drove them mad.
So you don't think
Kind of
somebody
lazy.
forced them out of the tent? You think that it got in their system, drove them crazy?
Maybe they couldn't find their way back to the center.
Where are my
Mike's theory is
notes?
possible. And we may be able to verify it by testing our core
Playing
samples.
around.
So the difference of
Like-
opinion, one that maybe they saw something in the sky, which
Probably
is
threw them
the
things away.
test, but that then they ran into somebody who forced them away, and you think that maybe they lost their minds and just decided to leave.
I think they went insane, man.
All we know for sure is that in this spot 60 years ago, they left that tent.
We know that there was madness
Welcome back, no one.
and murder.
Let's do a smart thing, get back inside.
How you tell? I didn't even see.
The cold is unbearable, and we
Of course, I wasn't really looking either.
Inside the
That was
strong
this down
wind
here.
whips
Oh
at the
shit!
candles.
That's all that stuff I got to go through too.
But our faith
I
in
must have
soul
put it up here.
protects us from a different fate, one running through
Nope.
all of our minds.
Wrong one.
Okay, great day, everybody. Let's get some sleep.
No. There we go. Yeah.
Early the next
Yep.
morning, the
Yeah.
wind is still fierce. But before we depart, there's one more stop.
I'll come in, no one.
Near a massive lonely rock at the top of the is a monument, a memorial to the 9 hikers who lost their lives on a short walk away from the
But we got 2. All right. That was all in fun. Give me another 3 hours and then I'll be doing it for real. Hey, Hector. Pick your sport. C15 cards, keep 7 of them. The other 8, you play to win those 2. Put them on base, wherever you want. Play bases loaded for extra cards. You're probably going to get 10, 11 cards. Forget what the average is on this one. That's 15 chance at chasers. Chance is at chasers.
With a last look
I should have put the odds back
we
in there.
return to our snowmobiles for the long journey back.
Oh, well, feel like it.
To get home,
I don't feel like it. They ain't going to look anyway.
to the pass. Until we can finally get off the snowmobiles for a truck
Maybe I should write that in
and
there.
a train. Back to the city of Yekaterinburg. But no sooner have I arrived back in town than I get a phone call from my old friend Yuri Kinsevich, who may have found something significant. So, instead of home, my next stop is the Yekaterinburg Library, where Yuri introduces me to a man
Book
named Oleg
pages.
Arkhipov.
Numbered
We
stuff.
have a new lead in the case.
Okay, what do you find?
This document was written in the year 1959
Wall
by Vasily
displays.
Ivanovich Tempelov, the chief prosecutor in the region, and it's written to one of the investigators.
Soviet authorities didn't launch a search party until February 21st.
All kinds of oil. What the hell?
Nearly
Cool.
10 days after the hikers were due back. While some of the case files have been released,
There we go.
very little from
And I got
this
some show
period
notes.
of investigation has been recovered. So any new information is of major interest.
How did you come into possession of this? This is the archive of the investigator in Yekaterinburg.
I think I might be on a YouTube timeout.
Surprising about it.
Because I linked my thing to YouTube and
It is true.
tried to start the show 3 times and it kicked me off.
It also states the
Said
prosecutor's
session
office is
timed
aware
out.
of
Is
the
it okay?
evidence, and is
So I don't know what
trying
happened
to
there.
look
Maybe I
into
just got logged out of YouTube. I don't know.
That's impossible. But that doesn't make sense.
But at this point, I don't
Their
care.
tent supposedly wasn't found until February 26th, right? So how could this prosecutor be headed to the region to investigate this on the 15th? This is a document that shouldn't exist.
At first, I used better than bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And with all the varieties, organic, reduced sodium, and now the culinary collection, it's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better, but better than bouillon.
I gotta figure out what lot I want to build next.
Off hoops, save up to $200 on select golf clubs, and pick up to 50% off table tennis tables. Plus, get
Was that my
$200
Hall of Famers?
off
No, that's not.
Download the Dick's app and shop online. Every holiday, there's the Dick's.
I got a 4,000 card box full of NFL Hall of Famers that I haven't even listed anywhere yet. Which I was going to do a pull box out of, but I don't know.
Right at Boston. From Boston.
I'll probably do both.
Take the package spot.
Boston Lager. Outright. Sam Adams, baby.
I bet you I got 400 Chris Carter cards in there.
Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. There's a big difference. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more for their 2 unlimited lines. With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get their 2 unlimited
Might do a Raiders
lines
lot.
for $29.99 a month each. And with Spectrum, there are no added taxes or hidden fees. So George and Heidi,
Sure enough to do Cliff Branch.
switch to Spectrum and get unlimited mobile for $29.99 a month each. Visit
I
Spectrum Mobile,
really-
a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999.
I'm going to do something like old schoolish.
If you want to grow your business,
People don't
you need
see
advertising
everywhere.
that moves to where your audience is watching. and move your customers to take action. Spectrum Reach has the solutions you need to connect with the right customers the right number of times across any screen, so you can be sure you're getting
Maybe
results
do it
and
this
getting
way.
the most from your advertising dollar. Because advertising that moves is
Do a
advertising
Raiders.
that works.
Yeah, we'll do
Go to
Raiders.
SpectrumReach.com to connect with a local advertising expert today.
That's 3.
Throwing has creek right here that he wants me to move. It's just a friendly neighborly thing. He wants me to eat all the water, and I this time.
Hi, OG. Yeah. Anybody got questions? Let me know while I dig through this. What other Raiders I got here?
Oh, what is that? Oh.
Mystery of Blind Frog Ranch. New tonight at 10 on Discovery.
On our way back to civilization, we pull over, cold and hungry, for a quick break at a small village. Everybody get something warm to drink, eat a snack. And Teddy's about to get her first taste of a true American original. It turns out that Teddy has never tried peanut butter.
Yes, I have never tried peanut butter in my life.
Here we go, big moment. Here we go.
It's 4. Trying to think of some Raider Hall of Famers.
Oh my God.
Marcus Allen, Cliff Branch,
Oh,
Tim Brown, Biletnikoff. Who the hell else we got? Warren Sapp, somewhere I got probably. Oh, Charles. Kenny Stabler. I wonder if I got. I don't know if I got a Raiders card. I gotta look.
Shop last minute deals now on Amazon. Get it, mama.
I do.
Shop K's big holiday sale. Savings this big won't last long. Only at K's.
I'm gonna Google that. Raiders.
Chef inspired, cat adored. Every silky broth, every impeccable pate, every delicious detail brings you.
Oh, duh, Howie.
Fancy feast. Love is in the
Moss,
details.
duh. Rice doesn't really count. Often doesn't count.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Little Caesar stuffed crazy crusty and has a delicious butter
All right.
garlic with crust. And it's $9.49, making it the
All right.
stuffed crust. And I'm out of time.
Oh, I bought into more than I've done. I've only done like one break on here. It was a little one, like a year. But yeah, with this, not a whole lot of room here. I got to get a bigger table or a wider one or something.
Shutterfly makes it easy to create thoughtful gifts for everyone on your list, like your mom, Nana,
Yeah,
and your bestie.
especially because you want to leave it on the camera.
Get 40% off everything with code TV40 at Shutterfly.
I mean, hell, I can't even fit the pull boxes on here. So, I mean, I can, but they're. Maybe if I get the computer out of the friggin' way. AC Durbin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I need some more Raiders. Some more Raiders. I guess it doesn't have to be a whole thing. Can mix it up a little bit. Ugh.
After a grueling week, walking in the footsteps of the ill-fated Dyatlov hikers, I've returned to the Russian city of Yekaterinburg. Historian Yuri Kuntsevich has arranged a hell of a going-away present. A meeting with a researcher named Oleg Arkhipov, who's uncovered documents that may blow a 60-year-old secret Soviet conspiracy wide open. February 15th, 59.
Oh, shit. That's not good, man.
Office is aware of the hiker's deaths and is traveling there to look into it.
That's impossible.
No.
Makes sense. Their tent supposedly wasn't found until February.
But get on here, sell some shit, make some money.
How could this prosecutor be headed to the region to investigate this on the 15th? This is a document that shouldn't exist.
I mean, yeah, this time of night though, it's
The document does exist. Its validity has been confirmed by handwriting and technical analysis.
And he doesn't just use the date of the 15th in one place. It's actually in several places on the document. But this isn't the only document that Oleg has brought to show me. So there's another Roman numeral 2 for February. This says the case started on the 6th of February, 1959. 1959. And then on the next page as well, the 6th. Do these documents prove that the accepted timeline of events here is wrong?
Yes, we think these documents may indicate
All right,
that
there's gotta be some beer
were known by the authorities much earlier.
Is this a smoking gun?
There's some defense.
It's possible.
If it is a smoking gun, the thing that just got shot is the Soviet.
Oh, gotcha.
What happened
Yep.
in the 20-day gap before the official inquiry started? Was there a cover-up to hide chemical weapons testing? Or was it something else?
Yeah, I'm lucky. The kids here are pretty quiet. Every once in a while, I have to go tell them, hey, people think you're killing each other over here.
Do you think that this case can ever truly be solved?
I think if we can get real cooperation from the authorities, we may finally get answers.
Like they're gonna call the popo. Like that's all I
Thank you
need.
very much, Yuri. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you very much.
Cops come in the house. I'm up here with a beer, playing with 10,000 football cards, and yeah. Your kids are downstairs screaming their heads off.
I have my own
Okay.
back in the States. Though I've made it home from Russia,
Where's
my
Charles at?
investigation
I know I got him up here.
The tests on the metal
Gotta be.
of this alleged rocket assembly have come back. Analysis indicates that the panel is made of an aluminum alloy that was used
It ain't easy, man. I know that.
missile construction.
Especially solo.
Experts believe it could be a component
Freaking rent everywhere is insane.
Soviet intercontinental ballistic missile.
Just the rent, and then yeah.
The first generation of UR-100s wasn't developed until well after the hikers perished. Turning to the tree cores, our samples showed no evidence of chemical contamination.
What the hell is
though
this
we
thing?
did find traces of radiation. However, they weren't strong enough to positively identify a major event. And while it's
You'll get there
true
shortly,
the
hopefully.
Yakov group had irradiated clothing,
This is not
Lukashenko and Slobodin had worked in
even
nuclear
the right
facilities.
stack there.
It's entirely plausible that the clothes were contaminated there.
Aha, there
if
was a
there was a
rainer.
missile test here, there isn't reliable evidence to prove it.
Oh, believe me, I know the feeling, man.
So where does this leave us? Having examined
A lot of people are too.
many of the most popular theories, I believe there are two remaining possibilities. First, and most likely, a weather-related disaster. A flash blizzard with a devastating temperature drop. Or perhaps a small avalanche.
Can I find one more radar?
To force the hikers out of their tent and into a storm from which they couldn't find their way back. And the other option? An X factor.
Yeah.
Something we do not know. A dare. A fight. A
2,
cascade
3,
of small,
4,
bad decisions.
6. Oh, I need 2 more
These were,
here.
after all, kids. Capable kids. But not above making a mistake in an unforgiving frontier.
Yeah, yep. Oh, I just meant, yeah. A lot of people in general.
And until we fill in the gaps, the case cannot be fully closed. However, we've just learned that more evidence may soon emerge. I'm happy to announce that thanks to the newly uncovered documents
2 more
in the
raiders.
Kirin board and the renewed interest in the Diablo
Oh my God,
case
Ray Lewis all over the place
generated by
here.
our investigation into the 60th anniversary, the Russian government has officially announced they're reopening the case.
No, that's all right. You got a vent.
And a more transparent review of their archives could
Got a
reveal
vent.
the one forgotten puzzle piece that solves the mystery.
Yeah, we'll put that one. I like that one. It's nicer looking.
As for me, this trip has tested me physically and mentally like few expeditions have before.
All right, I got 9 raiders. GGOs.
I wasn't walking in the hiker's footsteps, but alongside them.
Ugh.
I was given
I think I'm going to make this a little display case lot. Ronnie, Howie, Gene Upshaw, Art Shell, Little Kenny Stabler, Marcus Allen, Tim Brown, Cliff Branch, and Fred Biletnikoff. That's a nice little, I think it's a nice little wall display. Now I'll just have to stay up till, of course, Raider fans usually represent every time, but I know there's more on at night. West Coast. That's why I never sell like my Angels and Mariners and stuff like that, because I hardly ever stay up long enough.
There was 27 different pirates that operated in this area. One of these has got to be Gaspar.
Now I just got to figure out where I put my damn screwdriver.
I got something right here. There's treasure right
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Oh, that right there. That's okay, again.
Where the hell? We're not moving much. I don't get much shit done. Oh my God, it's right in front of me.
Pirates. For centuries, they stalked the Florida coastline, striking fear in the hearts of colonists and ship
Right in
captains
front of
alike.
me.
None was more dreaded than the notorious Jose Gaspar, who sailed the Gulf in the late 1700s, attacking ships and plundering treasure. According to legend, he operates under the name Gasparilla and launches a nearly 4-decade reign of terror, establishing a pirate kingdom off of Florida's west coast and amassing a fortune worth over $30 million today. A U.S. warship finally takes down Gaspar in 1821, and his plundered treasure has never been found. Gaspar's story is thrilling. There's just one problem. Nobody can seem to agree on whether a word of it is true. Pirate history is filled with tall tales, but in the case of Gasparilla, his mystique has not only endured, it's grown. Today, new clues are propelling homespun treasure hunters to launch a fresh hunt for Gasparilla's gold. And a major salvage company is making stunning discoveries that could lead to his sunken loot. I'm a research team on a swashbuckling quest for treasure and truth.
Yeah.
Cement Gaspar's historic legacy, or
Come on, Cheddar, fat boy, get over here. Yeah.
pirate legend. My name is Joshua, explorer, adventurer, and the guy who ended up in some very strange situations.
Yeah.
I gotta find an off-ramp around here. With a degree in archaeology and a passion for the unexplained, I travel to the ends of the earth, investigating the greatest legends in history. This is Expedition Unknown. My quest to find Jose Gaspar and his treasure starts in Tampa, Florida, where the entire city is under siege by boats, floats, and some very loud pirates. I move away from the cannon fire so I can hear myself think. This is Gasparilla. The entire city loses its collective mind. There are more than 300,000 partiers filling these streets, and they've been holding this annual invasion since 1904. Part Mardi Gras, part Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
All to celebrate a legendary pirate named
If I could do $1 on everything, shit. I could retire.
the last of the Buccaneers, a ruthless renegade who terrorized
Well,
Florida 2 centuries
sort of
ago.
retire.
Born in 1756,
I could screw off for a while, that's for
rises
sure.
through the ranks of Spain's navy. That is, until his thirst for danger steers him off course. One version of his legend says he leads a mutiny in 1783. Another says he steals the country's crown jewels. To escape arrest,
Cliff
Gaspar
Branch
makes off
there.
with the Spanish fleet's pride vessel, the Florida Blanca. he sails across the Atlantic and launches into a life of piracy. Today, he's grown into a Floridian
Now, let's see if I can put this back together
celebrated with the booziest tribute
without
of
messing
pirate
it up.
Gaspar. Let's just say that if you've got swashbuckle, this is the place to do it.
All right.
The highlight of the festivities is the Pirate Parade,
Damn.
which is
I should
actually
open that
the third
first.
largest parade in America. As for me, well, I'm not one to sit on the sidelines. An invitation to join a bunch of rum-soaked pirates on a moving vehicle? Yes, please. I get a full pirate makeover courtesy of Seamus Warren, a fourth-generation Tampa resident and chairman of Gaspar's Red.
And I knew I was going to do that. There. Arts and crafts time here. We can put these in there without messing up the case.
Kick this thing up a notch. Jack Sparrow's band here needs a guitarist, and I'm happy to sit in. Thank you, Jack! Woo! To get a more authoritative and less inebriated view on Jose Gaspar and his treasure, I navigate my way through the crowd toward the Tampa Bay History Center to meet historian Rodney Kite Powell. All right, I've just come from the Gasparilla Festival, so I still smell of pirate on me. Where does this story come from?
Well, the answer to that question.
If I know anybody buying in bulk, I'll send them your way, man.
Piracy in the West Indies and its Suppression by Francis B.C. Bradley.
It includes well-known pirates, historical figures like Blackbeard and Captain Kidd, but it also has Jose.
Of course, I got to get them to pay attention to what I say first, you know. Which lately is like, okay.
It certainly did at the time, yes.
Where is this author getting this information from?
Well, to answer that question, I have to take you back to the archive.
To the archive.
Let's go.
Let's go. Rodney leads me to the museum's normally off-limits vault, where important historic materials are preserved.
This is where we have this document right here.
Damn it,
The story of Gasparilla. And so what is this thing? This looks like a pamphlet.
It is. It's a brochure from the Charlotte Harbor and Northern Railway. It's produced in 1918 to help promote that railroad and their hotels down in Charlotte.
You know, I hate new technology. Thinking I'm holding a magnetized screwdriver here, and it's not. Keep dropping the screw.
There's always these legends about pirates in Florida waters and the gold that they may have left behind.
Right, so it's go on vacation and who knows, maybe you'll strike it rich.
It might even pay for the vacation itself.
There we go, exactly. It's like an early timeshare scam. The document reveals that Gaspar establishes a base at Florida's Charlotte Harbor. Quick with a sword and cold-blooded in his conquests, Gasparilla and his men plunder ship after ship, killing crews and amassing treasure. Raising hell and getting rich.
Exactly.
So I keep coming back to the same question that I had out there, which is, where does the pamphlet come from? Where did the railway company get the information about Gaspar?
Well, there was a man named Juan Gomez, also known as Panther John.
Juan Gomez was an old Florida fisherman, known for selling treasure maps and telling tales. He claims that in his youth, he was Jose Gaspar's cabin boy turned right-hand man. According to Gomez, in 1821, Gasparilla decides to retire, offering to split the bulk of his booty with his loyal crew. At a hideout in Charlotte Harbor, 10 men, including Gomez, start offloading 20 chests heavy with treasure. That's when Gaspar spots what looks like a passing merchant ship. It's an easy target, so he sets out to launch one final raid. A mistake that would cost him everything. That target turns out to be the USS Enterprise, one of America's most formidable warships, tasked with crushing piracy around the Caribbean. In the ensuing attack, Gaspar's ship is damaged, but before it goes down, Gaspar wraps himself in an anchor chain and shouts, "Gaspar dies by his own hand, not his enemies." He then jumps overboard into the sea and into the realm of legend. Neither his ship nor his treasure has ever been found. A dramatic end for a dramatic guy.
Absolutely.
And all that remains is to figure out if any piece of that is true.
That's the goal, of course, is to find out if there really was a Jose Gaspar.
Right.
And if he did all those things, where's the treasure?
To that end, Rodney directs me 90 miles south towards Charlotte Harbor, the scene of Gaspar's supposed crimes. At the mouth of the Peace River, I'm meeting up with Michael Gattuso and Dennis Neal, a local treasure hunting team obsessed with the Gaspar legend. These true believers even call themselves the real treasure hunters. The real treasure hunters.
That's us.
Well, let's talk treasure. Let's talk Gaspar.
There was 27 different pirates that operated in this area.
We know that.
We know that for a fact. So one of these has got to be Gaspar.
Actually, some historians believe that several of these could have been Gaspar, a patchwork legend sewn from the stories of other real pirates who once worked these waters. Mike and Dennis beg to differ. Some people say there's no pirate treasure out there.
Yeah.
It's all a tall
That
tale.
Powers.
Is there a treasure?
I'm gonna add this thing in.
So then the big money question is, where?
We'll show you.
Hell yeah, come on, let's do it.
There.
In fact, Mike and his group have been researching Gaspar's legend for years and are on a mission to explore every inch of these waterways for his treasure. We head up the Peace River, into the swamps, into the past, and in pursuit of Gaspar's $30 million fortune. Okay, you got me out in the river, so how do we link this area to Gaspar and his treasure?
When Jose's ship was sunk, Juan Gomez, which was his right-hand man, took off with the treasure and went towards land. He landed on the property that was owned by a woman by the name of Lady Bacchus. He actually cut a deal with her to be able to bury the treasure on her property.
This version of the legend is documented in an obscure book called Peace River and Other Treasure Stories, along with a series of clues as to where Gomez buried the treasure. It says they crossed the river on an iron bridge. And there's also a long wooden bridge.
There.
Okay, so we got a couple landmarks. Then it
Now
says
where's
they
my
got out,
damn
walked in the
envelopes?
swamp. Then they looked up on the trees and there were Roman numerals carved on the trees. So those are what, like markers?
Those are markers.
If we find that,
Find a treasure.
I mean, it sounds easy. Let's get rich. I can't tell if Mike and Dennis here are or a few gold coins short of a check. But I gotta say, I love their confidence. We follow the river, and then, just like the book says, what is that? We got a bridge. That's the first marker. Wooden bridge. Okay.
Expedition Unknown to 99 on Discovery.
Get in there, Raiders. Come on. Get in there. Yeah, right. Raiders. There you go. Hi, Shadow. Hi, Desync. You guys got questions? Let me know. Football, baseball, basketball, you pick. C15, keep 7 of them. The other 8, you split up, put them on base. Use the least favorite 4 for batters and play the game to win more cards.
When you think of the open road, you think of millions of everyday moments behind the wheel. Thousands of poorly sung
It's actually pretty simple.
Hundreds of new towns, and a handful of truly strange.
I can give you a sample game with just stupid cards I got sitting here that I'm going through. These are base.
For generations, Marathon has been here.
So we'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's you. Okay. All right. I saw it popped up to 3 there for a second. So, but then as I started doing it, boom. It's like yesterday when we thought there were 5 people in here. You know, it's just broken. Oh yeah. Is anybody on like the site? It just seems really, really slow. Like slower than usual.
Just don't tell your cable guy.
Like I looked and some of the big guys only got like 60 people and they usually got 120.
Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die.
What time is it? Like 7:15.
Gliding strong, wow. Turn around and stick it up, wow, wow. Fine specimen, wow. Drop it down now, pick it up, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Drop it down now, pick it up, wow, wow. Wow. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Drop it down now, pick it up, wow, wow. Wow, wow.
Oh. All right, I'm getting stuff mixed up over here.
Josie, great gifts made by real people. Etsy has it.
That was the roughest storm.
Actually, I got.
We were lucky. The fleet survived.
I could see
Now it's time to pick up.
if I sold anything. Nope. Okay. Didn't think so.
I'm in South Florida on a quest to find treasure that once belonged to the notorious and possibly fictional pirate, Jose Gaspar. Treasure hunters Mike Gattuso and Dennis Neal are leading me up the Peace River, where they claim a series of landmarks points to the location of the buried loot. Look at that! And we just found the first one. Ah! We got a bridge! That's marker number 1. I'm getting richer already! The book of clues that Mike has been referencing also mentions a second bridge made of iron.
Oh boy.
Second marker right there. I'm retiring today. This is it. The last episode. Honey, I'm going home. Following the directions in the book, we pull over to the river's western bank to search for the next clue. A tree carved with a Roman numeral.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this.
We grab our gear and head south, making our way through the thick foliage, being careful not to tread on or attract anything.
Where should I pop out here?
After all, this is Gator Country.
I think I put this as baseball, didn't I?
On the river, it seems pretty similar. Just take 3 steps into the interior. I mean, it's like the lost world in here.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous in here.
It's obviously really overgrown. It's really swampy. What else we need to look out for in here?
Water moccasins.
Water moccasins, great.
Josh, you're stepping on poison ivy.
Well, we're off to a great start. Here we go. Man, it is so overgrown in here.
Yeah, it is.
It's just unbelievable. Big boy here. That's old.
Yeah, that's an old tree.
Oh my God! Is it marked? It looks like a Roman numeral.
There's some old markings. It probably was down here about 4 foot lower. Now it's growed up.
Are you kidding me? That's a marked tree.
That's the marked tree.
It looks like a tree. That's unbelievable. If that's real, we could be standing on top of buried treasure.
Oh, we're here.
Let's get the equipment out. Let's search here. Let's
that
see
down
what we
there.
find. Mike believes that Gaspar's right
That.
hand Juan Gomez buried their
Like
pirate
that.
somewhere in the vicinity of a tree.
That Jalen's not a rookie, is it? No, but screw it. It still has Jalen Hurts in it. Come on.
To try my luck at
What is that? Extra point dots, I think.
is the Dennis, you're on Gator Watch with that machete right now. As of right now, nothing. The metal detectors are silent. But that's the thing about treasure hunting. You gotta have persistence. We keep at it until well into the afternoon, and still, nada. This is where Dennis comes in.
think it's time to bring out the secret weapon.
What's your secret weapon?
That's right here in my hand.
Okay, what's in this bag you've been carrying around all day?
There's an instrument in here. There's only 2 in the world, and I have one of them. It locates treasure from a distance.
Okay, you've got my attention.
This is it.
This is it. Okay, this looks like a piece of PVC piping.
But it's what's in it that counts.
And what's in it?
A little bit of radiation.
Sorry, what?
A little radiation.
Radiation?
Yes, sir.
There you go, buddy. Let me hand that right back to you. Dennis, Dennis,
I love this show. You ever watch Expedition Unknown?
handling radioactive material?
Funnier and shit.
This radioactive material from?
I can't tell you that part.
This is a Back to the Future situation? They're like Libyans in a van gonna pull up here?
No.
Yep. Yeah, I love it. This show's so funny.
Let's see what's going on. Dennis
And it's cool.
explains that this device works off the negative fields of the Earth.
Travel Channel, that shit's got me hooked.
Depending on how he calibrates it, which is also a secret, the device, he says, can detect the aura of gold, silver, even diamonds, up to 100 miles away.
Well, radiation? Yeah. I'll just give that right back to you.
He puts a silver coin on the ground to let a skeptic like me give it a whirl. Can I try this?
Sure.
Yeah? Would you mind? Now, are these radioactive too, Dennis?
Not at all. Okay. Hold them like this at a slight angle down.
Okay. So you're telling me that when I walk this way, when I pass the silver, it's going to cross. When I pass the gold, it's not going to.
That's correct.
Okay.
There it is. There's your crossing on the silver.
Okay. I'm passing the silver now. Dennis, what have you built here?
Something very, very valuable, Josh.
Like, what's happening here?
You gotta believe.
I have no idea what's going on here. I don't care if you have a crystal ball and you're chanting in tongues. If it leads to treasure, you're my hero.
I like a challenge.
Good. Let's see what it can do. Dennis adjusts the device to look for gold and inserts the probe into the ground. He then follows the 2 rods as they turn in his hands to navigate our search for the pirate treasure.
So the target we're looking for is right over there.
We make our way farther into the woods, and if you ask me, farther away from reality, until Dennis stops, reorients his rods at a 90-degree angle, and we follow him another 25 feet.
It's right here, sir.
It's right here.
It's right here.
Okay, so your determination using plutonium, I guess, is that there's a treasure right here.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we get anything on the old-fashioned, non-nuclear metal detector. I will say, having spent half the day running through these swamps and this thing barely going off at all, there's something here, which is kind of amazing, see? It's deep, whatever it is. How deep down do you think this is?
I think it's
There.
3 foot.
Didn't miss anything here.
3 foot plus. We got some digging to do.
Start the party.
Let's do it. Come on. 3 feet doesn't sound like much until you actually have to dig it. So first, we're going to drill, baby, drill. This gas-powered auger with a 3-foot-long bit helps
that was
pick up
dumb.
dirt, and then we get ready to dig.
Block the rules.
Okay, now what?
It's deeper.
Dig deeper.
Deeper. Okay. The humid Florida swamp is turning into a sweatbox, and though I'm exhausted, I'm also hell-bent and determined to find out if there's anything at the bottom of this hole. The truth behind Jose Gaspar's legend and his treasure hangs in the balance.
The Peñas are shopping last-minute deals at Amazon. So now they're free to become the Party Penguins. They see your ugly sweaters and raise you some mittens. Shop last minute deals now.
Ugh. Mhm.
Except for popcorn.
Anybody got questions? Pick your sport: football, baseball, basketball. C15, keep 7. Then the other 8 you put on bases or at bat, the batter's box, on deck, whatever. You play to win those 2.
Applebee's new holiday combos are ending soon, starting at $13.99. Give 'em hell, Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny on Blu-ray today.
Try Tide Power Pods with 85% more Tide in every pod.
Who needs that much more Tide? Everyone's gonna need more Tide. It's a mess out there. That's why there's 85% more Tide in every Power Pod.
See? Sometimes just ordering lunch can be a lot for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Look at that. It's like a science project.
So what can I get you for a base?
What is a base? I'm falling behind already.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
This football season, win up to 25 times your cash with Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Visit prizepicks.com/TV for a first deposit match up to $100.
At Grainger, we know dealing with the unexpected is part of your job
I don't
description.
think I've gone to that one
We're
yet.
here to help with professional grade supplies, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Towing has a creek right here that he wants me to move.
It's just a friendly neighborly thing.
He wants me to heat all the water, and I'm not supposed to. This time, sucks me him.
This Christmas season, shop Master Course at Menards with gifts so good, the stockings stuff themselves.
As a grandparent, I just love seeing my grandkids building KiwiCo crates. These crates are helping them build their creativity and curiosity while building their love of science and art. Get your first one free at trykiwico.com.
When it does, there's Homaglow. For just $19, Homaglow will clean your entire house. Everything from dishes to vacuuming, even laundry. Join thousands of Americans and book your first cleaning today for just $19.
Man.
James, that right there is a marker.
Mhm.
2 crossing arrows divided treasure.
Why would people coming through here need to see this marker unless they were headed to a highly secretive location not everyone knew about?
Oh, what is that?
Oh.
Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. New tonight at 10 on Discovery.
I'm on the banks of Florida's Peace River, searching for pirate gold, with a team calling themselves the Real Treasure Hunters. After following a series of promising markers and a homemade set of nuclear-powered dowsing rods,
it's right here, sir.
We spent the last several hours digging a deep hole in the Florida swamp, which is exactly as fun as it sounds.
Gosh, I really enjoyed digging this out with you.
Well, that makes one of us. I'm kidding, Mike. I'm loving every minute of this.
Yeah, yeah.
At least every other minute. Finally, after hours of backbreaking labor. Okay, so we are now down into the water table. I'd say from the surface, we're down 6 feet or more. So what do you think, Dennis? You ready to cry uncle on this one or no?
No, there's something there.
We've just probed the side of this thing at every angle at this point, and we've hit nothing.
And we just haven't dug wide enough and to expand the hole.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think?
Oh, I think whatever is down there, we're not going to find it today.
You think it's a bigger job?
It's going to be bigger than what we thought.
Definitely something's here.
The mystery continues.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's been fun digging a hole. Hey, those rods of yours, can they lead to a bar? And so there's a foray into alternative treasure hunting. I'll say this about the real treasure hunters. Their passion is as real as it gets, and I wish them nothing but success as they continue their search. As for me, I'm continuing my hunt by infiltrating Gaspar's pirate
Let's stick
stronghold.
this over here.
Gaspar allegedly frequented several islands in the Gulf. Local lore says that Captiva Island got its name from the captives that Gaspar stranded there. But his main base of operations was an island that still bears his name, Gasparilla. What will I find in this once lawless den of scum and villainy? What secrets lurk in this former capital of greed and debauchery? All ashore for Gasparilla Island. Recently voted one of the 20 best places to live in America, this former pirate colony is today a pastel-colored paradise for Florida's well-heeled vacation set. Frank, Ruth? The palm-lined streets may be named after the Caribbean's most notorious corsairs, but you're unlikely to be forced to walk any planks. Right down the... Uh-oh. Oh. Sorry, Oh, boy. The people here also haven't forgotten their namesake, Jose Gaspar. He's everywhere. But the question is, was he ever really here at all? To dig deeper, I'm meeting up with my old buddy, researcher Captain Bradley Williamson. And Brad's brought along a colleague who should be a big help.
Pete Lackman.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. As far as Jose Gaspar, this is the gentleman you want to talk to.
This is the guy.
Yes, Jose
All right.
Gaspar. Here's the guy.
So I have to say, Gasparilla Island here,
Yes.
not exactly the pirate kingdom I was expecting.
No.
The legends tell us that this was a place where Jose Gaspar, Gasparilla, built this pirate fort. Is there any archaeological evidence that this kingdom ever existed out here?
The legend says that all along the backside of these islands, they built their houses and things like this, but they build them out of palmetto logs. In 200 years, this wood's not going to last. But treasure, pieces of gold, pieces of metal, old musket, sabers, these things should be all around here.
Those
You can
things
find
survive.
those things. Absolutely.
Previous searches here haven't turned up any of these telltale artifacts, and the extensive modern development means that most of the island has been pretty well dug up. But Pete thinks the treasure was hidden somewhere else. So, where is it?
You know, there's one place I'm really interested in, Josh, and that's Yusepa Island.
Yusepa Island.
Yusepa is named after Jose Gaspar's great love, Josefa.
Yes, the princess. Yeah, that didn't end well, if I remember correctly.
No.
The legend tells us that in the early 1800s, Gasparilla raids a ship with a Spanish princess aboard. Her name is Josefa, and he falls for her hard. Josefa repeatedly rejects his advances. So, like any broken-hearted pirate,
Gotta
Gaspar
see what the
has
screaming is
her
downstairs.
But ever the romantic, he regrets it immediately and names his favorite island in her honor.
Yusepa Island was Jose Gaspar's private island. And on this island, the legend says he would always keep some treasure there like any good pirate would. In case something bad was going to happen, he would grab that treasure and get out.
Rainy day money.
Rainy day money, escape money. This is a place where he definitely would have kept treasure.
Okay, you guys got a boat? Sort of. Call them jet skis, call them motorcycles. They're a very Florida way of getting around. Yeah! Come on, Pete! Right in the face! Dirty treasure hunter. As we approach, it's easy to see that Yusepa is strategically located inside barrier islands in protected waters. Okay, this is it? All right. Some Gaspar legends place the northern point of Yusepa as the site where he allegedly buried his treasure. We spread out and get to work, scanning with metal detectors. Unlike the search at Peace River, here they start singing almost immediately. I've got a hit here. Got something. It reminds me that 200 years worth of human activity lies between Gaspar's time and ours, which means we have to separate potential treasure from centuries of standard issue junk. I got a bolt and a washer. An old saw. Hand top. Nail. Metal bracket. After hours of searching and coming up with a modern metal scrapyard, I start to wonder if time and tide have washed the island clean of anything from Gaspar's day. But then we find something else.
Righty. Yeah. Did I miss anything?
Yusepa Island transports us back to
Did I put some singles in the store? I don't know.
Wow, that is damn cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
You use my Old Spice body wash.
I'm not letting hotel soap near my skin. It's the lavender I meant for me. Get that.
Savannah, if you don't get your moisturized hands off my body wash.
Hey, I thought you were on vacation. It's too expensive. Use Priceline. They've got deals no one else has. Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price.
Dale just saved big on a Bluetooth speaker at Amazon. And oh boy.
Oof.
Shop last minute deals now at Amazon. Get it, mama.
Sam Adams Boston Lager. Now brighter? Brighter Boston. Your cousin. From Boston.
Take the pocket spot. You take the pocket spot. No lion.
Boston Lager. Now brighter. Sam Adams, baby.
That's the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. 2 singles for $5 or 2 doubles for $7 for a limited time. So, how is it? Deal this good speaks for
Oh,
itself.
hell.
DQ, happy tastes good.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
The Subway Series is getting an upgrade. The new number 33, the Teriyaki Blitz with double cheese and teriyaki marinated meat.
It's like a perfect steak spiral in the double cheese coverage.
If you say so, Peyton. I know the Subway Series could get even better.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it, and drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually,
Man.
we want to order the market price lobster and know the market price of the lobster.
How much is whatever the market says?
Sadly, we can't have it all, except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's
Every day, thousands of kids may miss school because they lack access to clean water. But with this cycle,
All right, we got somebody else in here. If you got questions, let me know.
putting washers and dryers in schools. Learn more at whirlpool.com.
Tons of stuff in here. A little bit of everything for everybody. Football, baseball, basketball. C15, keep 7. Then out of the remaining 8, pick 4 to put on base, and the other 4 are your batters. You play the game to win more cards. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Find your pair at Tecovas.com.
My hair started thin.
All right, you just covered in to watch TV. That's fine.
So we created
Ah.
Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement. It's never too late to improve your hair health. Get started at Nutrafol.com/man.
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential. And what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living.
Yeah.
Zuma.
George and Heidi use Verizon. Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. There's a big difference. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more for their 2 unlimited lines. With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get their 2 unlimited mobile lines for $29.99 a month each. And with Spectrum, there are no added taxes or hidden fees. So George and Heidi, what do you think?
We're switching Spectrum.
Switch to Spectrum and get unlimited mobile for $29.99 a month each. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts in showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com for your free consultation.
I'm on Florida's Giuseppe Island, digging for proof that Jose Gaspar and his treasure were more than just legend. Bradley! Hey, here, I got a big head! And we may have just found it. Wow! Now that looks like a musket ball. That is damn cool. Look at that. That's a musket ball. Yes, that's insane. That's going to put us back at least a few hundred years. That would have been from, I would say, the 1700s, possibly early 1800s. It's certainly not proof of Jose Gaspar, but it shows us that people have been coming on to Giuseppe Island for hundreds of years. Look at that. Musket ball right there. The musket ball not only puts us in the right era, but in the right world.
Man.
One of guns and buccaneer justice. Giuseppe Island is finally giving up its secrets. There's no stopping now. Whatever this is pretty big. Try that. Okay, big hit there. What do you find? Dude! What is that?
You see that? That's a padlock. Look, you can see where the key would go in it.
Holy, look at that! And a really old padlock.
Hey, look at the corrosion on that. That's been here for a long time. Maybe late 1700s.
That's not modern at all.
Mm-hmm.
We're all thinking the same thing. We're all picturing a huge wooden chest under our feet. This is awesome. I mean, look, if you're looking for pirate treasure, you don't get much closer than a pirate era padlock.
Actually, I'm thinking of that.
We continue detecting and digging. Gaspar is rumored to have hidden treasure in many places, but if this was one of them, whatever this lock once locked is no longer here. Undeterred, we keep at it until it's time to call it a day. Bradley and Pete will return to Giuseppe, but I have one last stop somewhere else. Some contend that Gaspar's buried treasure wasn't buried at all, that it was never taken off of his ship before it sank. If that's true, I'll need to stop digging for a chest and start diving for a wreck. To get where I'm going next, I ask myself, what would Jose Gaspar drive? Once you get south of Miami, Florida really falls apart. Literally. Below the mainland, there are more than 1,700 islands, linked together by a thin ribbon of highway and a whole lot of blue water. Where there's this much water, there are ships. And where there are ships, there are shipwrecks. The one I'm after could be all the way at the end of the country, Key West. Key West is 7 square miles of kicking back. And let's just say this small piece of real estate packs in a lot of personality. Of course, none of this was here in the era of Gaspar. Heck, there wasn't even a permanent settlement here back then, which made this the perfect place for smugglers and pirates who were hunting treasure. And while pirates may be long gone, treasure hunting is still a way of life here. Key West is strategically located on the Straits of Florida, the main shipping lane for the trade moving between the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic. Back in the early 1800s, it was a target-rich territory for guys like Gaspar, and it still is today for the salvage experts at Mel Fisher Treasures.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure.
Josh, Gary Randolph.
Gary, real pleasure. Thanks for taking the time, guys. Okay, so this lab, this operation, This really all started because of one guy, right?
Yes, my dad, Mel Fisher.
Mel Fisher.
World's greatest treasure hunter.
Mel Fisher started undersea treasure hunting in the mid-1960s. He earned a place among the most successful treasure hunters in the world. The jewel in his crown was the discovery of the Nuestra Senora de Atocha off the coast of Florida. Fisher's team recovered a cache of gold, silver, and precious gems valued at nearly $500 million. I'm in the wrong business. Officially in the wrong business. Mel's son Kim has been captaining dive boats since he was 16 and has been running the premier salvage operation in the Keys for 30 years. But Kim doesn't need a resume when he's got this. And if I wanted to purchase this, if I wanted to take this little beauty home today, Gary, what would this set me back?
About $800,000.
Sorry, what now?
$800,000.
All right, I'm going to stop touching that. This stuff is incredible. But we're here talking about pirates. You've heard the legend of Jose Gaspar.
Yes.
Ships like the Atocha, these were exactly the sort of targets that pirates were hoping for.
It's a major shipping route, very close to Havana, Cuba.
In terms of the Gaspar stories, some legends say that he's operating up in the Port Charlotte area. Other stories say he's operating all throughout the Gulf, including down here. His final engagement is picks a fight with what turns out to be a U.S.
Oh my God.
The Enterprise.
Yes. Where was the Enterprise sailing from at this time?
Havana Harbor, 90 miles away.
Most of the Gaspar stories agree that he met his end after attacking the Enterprise in 1821. Kim and Gary have found Navy records that place the Enterprise between Havana and the Keys at that time, suggesting that Gaspar's last stand would have to have been here in the Straits of Florida. And I've heard you may have a little break in the case here. What have you found?
We have a good target. During a magnetometer survey out near the Atocha site, we got a bunch of magnetometer hits.
Okay.
It's very isolated, and we think it could be a shipwreck.
Okay. And has this site been cataloged? Has anybody been down there?
Not yet.
The scatter indicates a ship the general size of Gaspar's. So we head down to the dock, where we meet up with my old friend, underwater explorer Jim Sinclair.
Oh my God.
How you doing? Good. How about yourself? I've been great. Should we get out to sea?
I think it'd be a great idea.
The weather is perfect as we head 35 miles west of Key West to the spot where high-tech metal detecting instruments have picked up the trail of debris. Okay, so let's talk about this target.
Right. We don't know. We know it has a signature of a historic period ship. But we don't know what it is.
After an hour and a half, we reach the area where the Fisher team detected debris from a ship, and we deploy our magnetometer. A magnetometer is like a metal detector on steroids, but only for ferrous metals. So while the device can't actually detect gold, it can help find any iron wreckage from a ship that might have carried it.
Magnetometer is reading the Earth's magnetic field in the area.
So the baseline there, that's the regular magnetic field of the Earth.
Right. And what happens is when it goes over iron, it deviates.
Right, so we start to see little variations there. That's a hit right there. Oh, that right there.
Yeah, that's the. Oh, this one right over top, something big, off the chart.
That's a huge hit.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza when you need it most. There you go. Thank you. Welcome. Enjoy.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You always show up, no matter how small the show is, because anyone can have a dream, but you have what it takes to chase it. You are fighters, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
For moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's time.
This is gonna be fun, man.
Turn off Plus knows the family that streets together. Buckle up. Explores the together. And does this together. So make room on the couch for the biggest shows, the funniest movies. Because it's all here on a mountain of family entertainment. Paramount Plus, now streaming.
I'm spending the holidays with Food Network. My favorite chefs cooking up their favorite holiday dishes in my kitchen together.
All new Selena Plus Chef, home for the holidays. Thursday night at 8 on Food Network.
Man.
That right there is a marker.
Oh, what is that? Oh.
Mystery of Blind Frog Ranch. New tonight at 10 on Discovery.
After a long day of hunting for a legendary pirate's fortune, sometimes you learn to appreciate the smaller treasures in life. Bro, you'll never guess what I found.
What'd you find?
A beer can.
Can top.
Beer can.
The beer can.
Another beer can. Is there a frat house on this island?
I got something right here.
Look at that, still cold too. That's a refreshing find right there. I'm sorry, it's just the one. Sorry, back to work, guys. Back to work. Wow. Nice treasure right there, I'll tell you what.
Everybody hates the taking off and putting on your shoes nightmare at the airport. But now, there's an easier way. New hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. With new Skechers Slip-ins, you just step in and go without bending down or looking for a place to sit. Try new machine-washable, hands-free Skechers Slip-ins.
Can we have a jelly donut? Yep.
Can we add an old fashioned?
Can we have vanilla cream?
Can we have chocolate
Can we have
sprinkles?
vanilla sprinkles?
Can we have strawberry
Can we
sprinkles?
have pink powder?
Have a
blueberry
blueberry
glaze. Okay. Boston cream. Is that 12?
Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. And I can't believe you lost enough, Kevin. It's a holiday tradition. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Fly this strong. Wow. Turn around and stick it up. Wow. Wow. Fine for a specimen. Wow. Drop it down now, pick it up. Wow. 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 Drop it down now, pick it up. Wow. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Bundle up the entire family this season with hoodies, jackets, hats, gloves, and more from Just Sporting Goods. With the latest looks from The North Face, Patagonia, Columbia, and Carhartt. Boots from Sorel, Doc Martens, and more. Shop in-store or online every holiday.
Millions are shopping last-minute deals at Amazon. So now, they're free to become the party pig. They see you ugly sweaters and raise you some major costs. Shop last-minute deals.
My cable internet bill exploded.
That's a yada yada. But Metro has 5G home internet for $20 if you're eligible, with no exploding bills and not a yada yada.
Oh, time to rearranging these.
5G home internet for $20. Only a Metro.
One of the most feared pirates who sailed the high seas. Amaro Bargo.
That is a pilot cave. Expedition Unknown tonight at 9 on Discovery.
In the Gulf of Mexico off of Key West, where pirates once stole their prey, The Mel Fisher treasure hunting team has identified a metal debris field that could lead to an undiscovered shipwreck. Now, we've arrived at the spot where their trusty magnetometer got a massive hit. Oh, that right there. That's a huge hit. Could this be the remains of Jose Gaspar's pirate vessel, the Florida Blanca? Jim Sinclair and I suit up and prepare to head down for a closer look. And as Mel Fisher used to say, today's the day. Okay, here we go.
Man. Is anybody even on the site here? What not? The hell? Yeah, not really.
We come upon a section of ocean floor that's littered with what could well be the remnants of...
Oh, yeah, right.
Jim, what is this huge piece? This looks like a wheel. This is a wingless.
I don't know if CoStream. Yeah, that wouldn't do anything with it. Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, it might just increase the views. You get one more person.
Can you tell what period based on the chain? You'll see a little link. There's like a stud in between, right in the middle. Yeah, here in the middle. That was probably around 1830-ish. That puts us in the right period, since the legend says that Gaspar's ship was attacked in 1821. To avoid capture by the USS Enterprise, Gaspar allegedly wrapped himself in a chain and leapt off the ship. You see a skeleton, Jim, give a holler. We follow the chain, hoping that at the end of it, there's an anchor that can help determine the size of the ship. Unbelievable! This chain is massive. You see this over here? Look at the size of this anchor! Wow! How long is this guy? Measures 11 feet. This must have been a pretty serious ship. I think it was a 150 plus foot vessel. It's the right size to be our vessel. The chain and the anchor buoy our hopes that this was a pirate ship, perhaps even Gaspar's. So we keep scanning for clues.
I can't figure out why I can't get people in the show. I mean, other than flipping them off every night.
Our hopes are slowly dashed. We're in the right time period for Gaspar. The ship is certainly big enough, but it doesn't really feel like a pirate ship. We would expect to see some weaponry here. Yep, some big guns. I don't see any of that. No cannons of any kind. But pirate or not, what a find. Okay, let's head up. Well, you got a big wreck down there. Yeah. Big boy. Wow. But you'd think if that was the flagship of a pirate, we'd see some cannon down there. Right. So what do you think? A merchant ship, maybe? Yeah, probably some sort of merchant ship. Well, no treasure. Nope. And no sign of Jose Gaspar. No. History. It's not every day you get to find a shipwreck and say, this is undocumented, nobody knows this is here. That's incredible. We depart with the sun at our backs and a brand new discovery under our belts. One of the countless shipwrecks sitting below the surface of this former pirate paradise. Deeper research shows that the Spanish Navy has no records of an 18th century officer named Jose Gaspar.
I know. I'd be happy if they just come in. Haven't heard anything.
Little evidence that Gaspar was a real man, but I'm not at all surprised at his rise to fame. Florida is, and always has been, home to unique characters. Whether they're brazenly marketing to tourists, diving for treasure, or chasing after their retirement dreams. Nearly 500,000 revelers won't give up on Jose Gaspar. He's a freewheeling anti-hero who played by his own rules. And here in the Sunshine State, a legend like that shines like gold.
Maybe it's the title. I don't know.
There was a secret city built by the Maya Sakbalam, or the White
I think that doesn't make any sense because the one night I sold like $132 or something. That's
deep in the jungle.
on Thanksgiving or Black Friday.
From the Maya, some black jaguars will come from the sky to eat all humanity.
Talking about the apocalypse?
You gotta admit, it's a great name for a city for trying to keep people out.
This is like a proper Goonies treasure map. So right here should be the lost ruins of the last Maya city in Mexico. Careful, that board's not great.
Trying to
Machetes to the ready. Here we
remember where I put my
There's not even a hint of a trail. Now it's just jungle.
auto. What the hell is it?
Structure. Oh my word. Wow. He's a stone. This is not natural.
I do have another idea. Might not be a great idea.
These are most likely foundations for houses. Definitely. I really think we are in Sakbalam right now. This is incredible.
Let's see. Where's the front one? We got some shine to it.
Buenos dias from the state of Chiapas in southern Mexico. These lands were once the dominion of the Maya. Over the course of nearly 4,000 years, they created a vast network of city-states that rivaled anything else in the New World. That is, until the Spanish arrived.
You know what? Why am I even doing that?
For gold and glory, the conquistadors overwhelmed the indigenous people. And by the early 16th century, the Maya here in Mexico had fallen, except for one city. A small band of Maya fled into the jungle, where they built a secret refuge guarded by watchtowers and fierce warriors. A place to live as their ancestors had, called Sakbalam, the city.
I'm gonna put two big old stacks of cards. Let them sit right there. Spaceball, what's up?
And hidden, the location of Sakbalam bedeviled the Spanish. The Maya who lived
These are not the cards in the game. I just
as fierce warriors, but also as phantoms
figured I'd put two big stacks of cards there.
in the jungle whenever the Spanish got close. But
Actually, I should sort through them while I'm sitting here.
subdued the last independent Maya city in Mexico. Its people were forcibly displaced, and Sakbalam was abandoned and lost to the jungle and time, falling off of maps and into legend. People have been looking for it ever since, and now one archaeologist is convinced
It's actually more base than I thought it was there.
led
But
a mission into the interior but was rebuffed by the jungle. Now, using a long-forgotten map and aerial laser mapping technology, he believes he can finally pinpoint the city's exact location. Sakbalam remains an unfinished chapter in the saga of Maya civilization, and finding it...
actually, these were gonna go in the football. One of these over
What are
here.
you waiting for? The city of the White Jaguar awaits.
Just gotta yank them out of the store first.
Explorer. Here goes nothing. Adventurer. Oh, that's the one right now. And the guy who ends up in some very strange situations. I'm alive! With a degree in archaeology and a passion for the unexplained, I travel to the ends of the earth, investigating the greatest legends in history. Ready to rock and roll. This is Expedition Unknown. In every direction, a sea of green. This untamed rainforest is known as the Lacandon Jungle, which spreads out across nearly 4.5 million acres of Mexico and Guatemala. To find my first clue to the location of the lost city of the White Jaguar, I'm traveling to here, another Maya city, once lost but now found. This is Bonampak. A once bustling metropolis lorded over by a huge acropolis that looms 150 feet above the open plaza below. I'm here to meet an archaeologist who's been searching for the lost city of Sakbalam for nearly a decade. Dr. Woodville, I presume.
It is indeed. Nice to meet you, Josh.
A little warm around these parts.
It is only going to get hotter, unfortunately.
but an absolutely incredible sight.
This is one of my favorite Maya cities.
Awesome. And this is a very impressive monument here.
This is actually one of the largest stelae, kind of these standing stone monuments in the entire Maya world.
And I'm guessing this is our king or our lord here of this city?
This is the greatest and last king of this city, Chanmuan II.
So our king here is ruling roughly when?
At the end of the 8th century.
So this is hundreds of years, 700 years before the so-called lost city of Sakbalam that we're interested in. So what is Sakbalam in simple terms?
Sakbalam is the very end of unconquered Maya civilization.
And the particular Maya that are at Sakbalam are who?
So they are a group of Maya called the Lacandon. They were a Maya group who splintered off to live deep in the jungles. They spoke a language that was actually the direct descendant of the language you see in this text.
Okay. So how do we go from the height of this civilization here to this lost city of Sakbalam?
So to really understand how the Maya got to Sakbalam, you have to look and understand the rises and falls of the Maya over time.
For those of you asleep in high school history class, the Maya civilization rose more than 4,000 years ago and flourished throughout Central America all the way into the 16th century, erecting advanced city-states with populations in the hundreds of thousands and making seriously badass achievements in astronomy, art, mathematics, and written language. They were also warriors who were not to be messed with, and their powerful ritualistic faith in their gods and divine kings led to an extended era of prosperity. It was toward the end of this time, in what's known as the Late Classic period, when Bonampac's impressive Acropolis was erected.
Look at the scale of this.
It's insane. And you never feel smaller than climbing stairs like this.
There is no way to go up here with any sort of dignity remaining. Any foreign dignitary is already humiliated before they actually get to who they're going to meet with.
I mean, it's like you're climbing a mountain.
The word that the Maya used, for temples at least, was beats, which literally means mountain.
At the top of the rise is a 3-chambered temple, and what archaeologists discovered inside is what makes Bonampak a truly historic site.
Oh my word.
Are you kidding me? This is original paint, original murals from centuries ago.
Yeah, this was actually done around AD 790.
These are perhaps the finest Maya murals that survive today, and the most complete view of late classic Maya civilization. The elites depicted as a kind of paradise, where the people live in harmony with the land and their gods. The murals in this room show a celebration. Bonampac's crown prince being presented as the heir to the throne. This looks like a huge party, right? We've got this huge procession of people blowing horns, instruments, and you can feel this life and wealth and celebration in this room. And what about our young heir here to the throne? Is he going to take power?
No, he will not receive the throne, because there is no throne for him to receive to.
Wow.
Within a decade or two, the city has collapsed. The city is a ghost town. And in the next room, I can show you why.
In the second chamber, things are decidedly darker. Gone are the scenes of peace and harmony, replaced with images of the Maya at war with each other.
You can see all of the successful warriors from Bonampak flanking the king and presenting the captives. You can see some of them have been tortured. That man right there, he's bleeding from his fingertips because his fingernails have been pulled out.
This is war. There are many proposed reasons for the collapse that follows, including competition for resources, drought, and foreign invasion. But it is clear that the centers of power failed to adapt and collaborate, and by the 8th century, the Maya abandoned hard-to-defend cities like Bonampak in favor of smaller communities in the jungle, which is how most Maya are living when the Spanish arrive in the early 16th century, led by conquistador Hernán Cortés. So Cortés is sort of first man in, but he's not really obsessed with the Maya. He's on a collision course with the Aztecs in Mexico City.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the gold was.
Right. So who are the conquistadors that start to take down the Maya?
There was Cortés's right-hand man, Alvarado. There was Montejo the Elder.
To their so-called New World, the Spanish brought steel, muskets, cannons, and of course, disease. Much of the indigenous population here was killed by smallpox, and this, along with Spain's advanced weapons and divisions within the Maya world, allowed the Europeans to conquer this great civilization in only a century, but not without a fight.
So this is where Sakbalam comes in. The Lacandon Maya ended up packing up shop and moving deep into the jungle.
By the mid-17th century, the Spanish have conquered every Maya city in Mexico, save one. A jungle stronghold that continues to defy foreign rule, with dozens of watchtowers protecting over 100 wood and thatch structures, including 3 massive communal buildings.
And the Spanish don't know where this place is, and I imagine this drives them nuts.
Oh yeah, the Spaniards spent 120 years looking for this city. The people who lived there had become kind of boogeymen who terrified the Spaniards.
Right, because they were so elusive?
They were elusive, and anytime there was an encounter, it was a violent one.
Right.
They were kind of pioneers of guerrilla warfare, and it kept them safe and hidden for decades.
I met breakers.
The Spanish eventually find Sakbalam.
The Spaniards find Sakbalam in 1695, after the founding of Harvard.
Right, it's that late. Conquistador Nicolas de Valenzuela is the man who finds and conquers the city, quickly and brutally, bringing it under his control. The Spanish maintain it for a decade before abandoning it to history, where it has been missing for centuries. Finding it today would reveal the final secrets of the free Maya people, a historical and cultural treasure beyond value. Can Sakbalam be found?
I think so.
Can you find it?
I hope so.
The confidence was fading a little. Okay, there's a reason for that. Brent has gone looking for Sakbalam before. In 2019, he went into the jungle to
stuff, I
find it,
guess, while I'm
only
sitting
to
here.
be stopped short by the impenetrable wilderness. But now,
Before I
there's new
fall asleep.
information and a new approach. How are you going to find it?
So I have a colleague who's been using Spanish colonial texts
Mhm.
and cutting-edge technology to try to really narrow down where the site could be located.
Okay.
And we have a few good leads.
To Sakbalam. To Sakbalam. To meet Brent's colleague, we leave Bonampak and head north, deeper into Chiapas. And the
Oh, that's
roads through
going in the
here
box.
are fine. It's not what I've read. I've read that we are basically in the middle of narco territory here.
Yeah, sure.
And it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Nothing's happened yet. Nothing's happened yet. Oh boy. Brent and I drive as inconspicuously as possible to the shores of nearby Lago Cibal. Running out of road here, Brent.
We're here.
Mhm.
This is it.
Where his colleague is waiting. An archaeologist with Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and
Oh.
History, Josue Lozada.
Josue, hey, good to see you, man.
Well,
Josh, this is Josue,
this
the
is
guy
putting
who's
me to
selling
sleep.
Hola, mucho gusto.
He's been working in this area for about 15 years, and he has been looking for Sakbalam for the last 10.
So you've been looking for 10 years.
For 10 years.
Has it driven you crazy yet?
I think so.
Okay.
He has something very special.
Okay, what's that?
He may have a map to the lost city.
You have a map.
A map.
Can
Yes.
we see?
Yes, of course.
Please
Take a look
here.
at it.
Is it possible that Josue and Brent have figured out a path that leads to the fabled lost city?
This is the map.
Look at this map.
One of the most feared pirates who sailed the high seas. Amaro Pargo.
Mhm.
Expedition Unknown, next on Discovery.
I'm spending the holidays with Food Network. My favorite chefs cooking up their favorite holiday dishes in my kitchen together.
All new Selena Plus Chef, home for the holidays. Thursday night at 8 on Food Network.
Popeye's new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and cooked, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? So would you really say something? Or you order something?
This holiday season, instead of ho ho ho, it's time to go go go. Hands free with the hit of the holidays. Hands free Skechers slippers.
Yeah.
Step in when they're on. No bending down, no touching your shoes. Hands free Skechers slippers are the perfect gift for everybody. 'Tis the season to go hands free.
We made a promise to our boy Blue that we would make the healthiest foods possible with the finest natural ingredients and real meat first. And that's our promise to you and your dog or cat. Because when you love them like family, you want to feed them like family.
Holy shit.
Why choose between a longer life or quality of life? You deserve both. And with Kisqali, a treatment for people with metastatic breast cancer, you can have both. Kisqali is a pill that, when taken with an aromatase inhibitor, is the only treatment of its kind shown to both help people live longer and improve or preserve quality of life. Because you shouldn't have to sacrifice one for the other. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Live longer and live well. Ask about Kisqali, and long live you.
Just a minute. You use my Old Spice body wash.
I'm not letting hotel soap meet my skin. It's the lavender and mint for me. Keep that.
Savannah, if you don't get your moisturized hands off my body wash.
A third kid? What if she likes playing golf? It's expensive. We're outlawing golf. Wait, can I still play?
Oh, I forgot I'm on camera. Falling asleep. Jesus.
Take control of your financial future to empower what's next.
Hi, Nathan, Tony. Falling asleep on this app.
That's cute. Personalized jacket. I win.
Personalized gifts under $50. Etsy has it. As members of our family, we want our cats to be happy. But when they spray outside the litter box, fight with other house cats, or scratch the furniture, they could be telling you they're stressed. To help them feel more calm, plug in Feel Away Optimum. The relaxing pheromones of Feel Away Optimum help your cat feel more comfortable and secure at home. Feel Away Optimum, enhanced calming for cats, from the #1 vet recommended brand for feline calming. Available at pet stores or ask your vet.
This is like a proper Goonies treasure map. Where did this come from?
It's in the Archive of the Indies in Seville, Spain.
Archaeologist Brett Woodfill is attempting to locate the city of the White Jaguar, Sakbalam, the last settlement of free Maya in Mexico before the conquest. Sakbalam has been missing for 300 years, but now Brent's colleague Josue Losada is showing us a map that could finally put the lost settlement within reach. Who made this map?
So this is a friar named Diego de Rivas, who was actually stationed in Sakbalam after it was conquered by the Spaniards.
Like Spanish priests all over the Americas, de Rivas was sent to Sakbalam to convert the indigenous people to Catholicism. When he was later reassigned, he drew this map to depict the route from Sakbalam to another settlement in a lake in neighboring Guatemala. So we have this literal hand-drawn map here on the right, and then a lot of writing on the left. What is this?
This is a key of all the places that he marks on the map.
So it's a literal key. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, and these are all locations on the map.
These are all locations he was eventually going to put on the map had he actually finished it.
The map's unfinished. This is, quite literally, a map to a lost city. But there is one big catch. Does he bother to mark the location of Sakbalam? Does he do that? No. What?
It's in the key under letter D. So Pueblo
de Nuestra Señora.
So this is the name of Sakbalam. The Spanish rename it. Yes. But there's no D over here. No. So how do we figure out where Sakbalam was?
Josh, there are 2 roads that might be the key to figuring out where it is.
Okay.
The first is labeled O right here. O is the road from Sakbalam to the salt works.
Oh, that's huge. So that means you follow this dotted line. Somewhere out here should be Sakbalam.
Exactly. And then also this road that would lead from a town in Guatemala to Sakbalam. But the road never got built.
A planned Spanish road from the Guatemalan town of Ixcatan to Sakbalam, along with the road from the salt works, offers us 2 paths that lead to a critical intersection. Yeah?
Yeah.
X marks the spot. Now, We just need to find X. The lost city of Sakbalam should be there. So how do we figure out where that X is?
The way to figure out is to look in these lines.
These. Are
Yes.
these rivers? They look like rivers.
Yes, they're rivers. We can identify the rivers
Okay.
and figure out the distance to Sakbalam. I want to show you this map.
Oh, a much better map.
Looking at the modern map, we can identify the name of the rivers here.
Okay, so what is this one with all the twists in it?
This is the Lakantun River.
Yeah, you can totally see that. The many undulations of the Lakantun River align with the twists seen on San Diego's crude map. And then the one that goes across?
This is the Usumacinta River.
Don Diego's account was that he arrived at the
Holy
intersection
hell.
of the two rivers after 5 days on the Lakantun. And continuing to work backward, he arrived at the river after 4 days of walking from Sakbalam. And is that what the big circle is?
Time is at 8:20.
This is a 4-day walk.
Yes, that's right.
The diameter represents a 4-day walk in any direction to this part of the Lakantun River. But Don Diego wrote that he trekked from the west, which means that Josue has narrowed down the location of Sakbalam to an incredibly tight search zone. So somewhere in this red arc is Sakbalam. This is extraordinary because it really now, for the first time, is offering an actual target.
Yeah, it still isn't a silver bullet, but it takes it down from about 1,500 square miles to about 150.
Wow, that's a huge jump, though.
Yeah.
So is there a way to get into this target zone?
Yeah, we can check in from the west, where there are actually several roads and established communities. It doesn't get us all the way there, but it'll get us close.
Yeah.
We've got awesome new data here. We've got a probable area. Now we need a real X.
Yes.
Fortunately, that X may already have revealed itself. Brent and Josue have been contacted by a park ranger who recently came across stones inside the target zone that he believes are man-made ruins. This could be a major break, but meeting him will be a journey in itself. We need to travel 120 miles through narco-traffic territory to the ranger's outpost on the edge of Montes Azules Biosphere Reserve. But if this lead pans out, we might be able to locate the fabled Lost City. 2 hours later, we enter the park. The ranger's station sits along a river further inside the reserve, and naturally, the hike begins with a challenge. Okay, well, that looks safe. Maximum capacity 4 people. What size people?
People. I'm assuming not us.
We're from at least 4.5 people right here, I feel like. Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
We could fall to our deaths, I think, is the worst that could happen.
After you.
Oh, so generous of you. Immediately sketchy.
Oh.
This is fine. These boards look great. Careful. That board's not great. Okay. And we're alive. Safely across, we walk upriver and into another world. Look at this place. Woo. Wow. Finally, we descend down to meet the man who may have found the X on Don Diego's map, naturalist and ranger Efraín Guzman Gomez.
Efraín, ¿cómo estás?
Hola.
This is
Hola.
Josh.
Josh.
Friend,
Very nice to meet you. So I understand that you saw something out in the jungle. What did he see?
¿Tú viste algo al interior de la selva? ¿Exactamente qué viste?
Estructuras y piedras.
There are structures made of shaped stone.
Okay, ancient structures, old structures.
De los mayas.
Hay muchas estructuras.
I only saw a few.
About how far is this site from right here?
We're talking more or less 15 kilometers.
Oh, 15 kilometers.
15 kilometers as the crow flies through the jungle. Yeah, that's a long way. Yeah, okay. Can you take us there?
Claro que sí.
In the boat?
Sí.
The whole way? I'm not even gonna ask. We can cut some of the distance to Ephraim's find by traveling upriver. He's leading us to his site where we'll camp while we investigate. To find Sac Balam, we have Don Diego's map and Ephraim's memory, but we also have other clues. In detailed writings, Nicolas de Valenzuela, the Spaniard who conquered Sac Balam, described a number of distinguishing features to help us identify the city. He wrote that Sac Balam is in the northern part of a long, narrow valley, surrounded by high ridges. 3 large wood and thatch structures were set on platforms atop mounds, with 100 smaller house mounds nearby. All helpful if we can find them. Okay, this is us. All right. All right, we're on foot. Here we go.
All right. Yeah, I'll be right back. Maybe.
Hours of love from you. All the right parts from us. With eBay Guaranteed Fit.
Purina cares here.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo, proven to help repigment skin over time, restoring what's yours. It's possible with a steroid-free cream that you can apply yourself.
Opzelura can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB or hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts occurred with Opzelura. In people taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effects were acne and itching where applied.
If you're on the pursuit, repigmentation may be within reach. So, are you ready? Ask your dermatologist about Opzelura. Pursue it.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. Oh! That. No, money! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
So what do you think of the new album cover?
I like it. No, I think that could work.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, or we could try something like that.
It's
good, right?
It's something. I think it needs to be this. You know what I mean?
Anybody wake up yet? Ugh. What's this off of, Paul?
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. Connect on a sweeter level.
We made a promise to our boy Blue that we would make the healthiest foods possible with the finest natural ingredients and real meat first. And that's our promise to you and your dog or cat. Because when you love them like family, you want to feed them like family.
I'm spending the holidays with Food Network. My favorite chefs cooking up their favorite holiday dishes in my kitchen together.
All new Selena Plus Chef, home for the holidays. Thursday night at 8 on Food Network.
It's the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans, and you have a choice, which is why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here to help you get all the benefits you qualify for. Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield at 1-800-719-2839 today for a Medicare Advantage plan checkout and make sure you have everything you qualify for in 2024. You can receive more benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter
All right.
items.
You guys gonna make me get on my PC stuff here.
today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2024. You can receive benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and
Yeah.
drugs. So call Anthem Blue
Yes,
Cross
yes,
Blue Shield today at 1-800-719-2839 and make sure you're not missing out.
Look at that, James. That right there is a marker. Two crossing areas, divided treasure.
Why would people coming through here need to see this marker unless they were headed to a highly secretive location not everyone knew about?
Oh, what is that? Oh, Mystery of Blind Frog Ranch. New tonight at 10 on Discovery.
This is brutal. Deep in the jungles of southern Mexico, we're following a local ranger named Efrain Guzman Gomez on an expedition to find the lost city of Zacpalam, which was conquered by Spanish conquistador Nicolas de Valenzuela.
68.
Finding the ruins would mean locating the last free Maya city in pre-Columbian Mexico. Hiking here is super challenging.
68, 69 is blue, isn't it?
Because there are trees here you definitely do not want to touch. Very painful.
Hey, Josh. Yeah. You might want to roll your sleeves down.
Why is that?
These are plants that I call tears of sadness.
Does that mean they're poisonous?
Oh yeah. I mean, you're going to be itching for weeks.
We navigate past the sadness and then move up a slope covered in non-poisonous plants that instead are just trying to strangle us. Eventually, though, the vines thin out to let us pass, and we emerge into a clearing that causes Brent to stop in his tracks.
Josh, take a look at this valley. Remember I told you that de Valenzuela said that Zacpalam was a long, narrow valley in the northern part, surrounded by ridges.
Right.
He even describes a nice breeze.
Which we can feel right now, and we are at the very northern edge of this valley right now.
Yeah,
right? And we're about how far from the river?
Just over a league.
So this valley is to a T. So if this is the right location, then somewhere up there, underneath all that jungle canopy, there might be a lost city.
We might be on the outskirts right now.
Okay. Well, now we're just gonna find it.
Yeah.
All right. Machetes to the ready. Here we go.
All right.
We continue deeper into the humid rainforest. And deeper. And deeper. And just as I'm about to lay down and expire, I hear words that are music to my ears. Structure.
Hey.
Structure. Hey. Oh, look at this. Oh, my word.
Wow.
Wow. We got stones. Look at this.
Yeah.
Amazing. This is not natural. Look at how squared off that is.
Look at how this line extends all the way down there.
Okay, there's more right there. Yeah. This is a platform. We're on a platform. Yeah.
On a platform.
Hey. Amazing. Should we try and clear this off?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's see what else is under here, guys.
All right.
These pieces are big. Look at this.
Yeah.
These shaped stones are all over this area. More stone here. The ground is full of beautiful, man-made right angles.
It's just perfectly square.
Look at this, more stone under here.
Wow.
You could just see stone peeking out everywhere on the jungle floor.
There's a lot more here.
Yeah, for sure. The structures that these stones supported, for now, are a mystery. But the good news is that where there's one building platform, there should be more. We ascend further up the hill at the end of the narrow valley, and soon see something that shouldn't be here. Hey, stone, right there.
Yes.
Is that man-made?
Let's see.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, these are some cut stones. Oh,
That's a cut stone for sure.
oh yeah, there's a natural outcrop down here, but these are definitely cut stone.
So what is this? We're on a huge slope here.
This is a watchtower.
There's a watchtower.
Mhm.
At Sakbalam, watchtowers like this might have ringed the entire city, which may have also helped to keep them hidden. The presence of a defensive structure here may be a sign that we're close to an important settlement.
You can see through the trees. We've got a great view of a huge chunk of the valley here.
Right, we're almost at the edge of this ridge here, and you can see everything here. Would there have been multiple watchtowers here?
Yes, of course. The Mayas put fire to communicate with another areas.
Like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, right? If somebody sees something in one watchtower, they light a
Yes.
signal, somebody else lights a signal, and that's how you alert the perimeter.
Yeah, we're looking for Sakbalam. We found Gondor.
That's right. That's incredible, though.
The people of Sakbalam managed to evade the Spanish for over 100 years. They pulled out all the stops, put up with any defensive measures they could think of. So this would make sense.
All right, let's keep moving. Come on.
All right.
We trudge further uphill to see if there's more to find. This looks like more stone here. Yeah, for sure. Something here. Let's see.
Is it natural or? I don't think so.
Oh, look at this.
This is incredible.
This is a tomb.
It's set. We got a problem.
We made a promise to our boy Blue that we would make the healthiest foods possible with the finest natural ingredients and real meat first. That's our promise to you and your dog or cat. Because when you love them like family, you want to feed them like family.
My cable internet bill exploded.
That's some yada yada. But Metro has 5G home internet for $20 if you're eligible, with no exploding bills and not a yada yada.
Good. Time to rearranging these.
5G home internet for $20. Only on Metro.
Ma, are you sure you don't want to go bowling with us tonight?
Yeah, no.
There's my little marzipan.
Oh, my daughter gives the best hugs.
We're just passing through on our way to the Jazz Jamboree. And we wanted to thank America's #1 motorcycle insurer for saving us money. Mara, your parents are
Exactly like me. I know, right?
Well, cherish your friends and loved ones. Let's boogie woogie.
Well, I don't think I want to hear that.
If you are wise, so listen to me.
Wow, this Christmas.
My name is Willy Wonka. How do you like your chocolate? Dark, nutty, absolutely insane.
Mr. Wonka?
Well, that does defy explanation.
Before he had a factory, prepared to be amazed, he had a dream.
Ooh, with the chocolate that makes you fly. You'll come down eventually.
Probably, I think.
Wonka, rated PG.
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear. I'm gonna murder his family and burn his kingdom to ash.
He must be stopped before a global meltdown is imminent.
Real bigger fight.
second. Spectrum is the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. Now get your first unlimited line and every unlimited line for only $29.99 each. Spectrum Mobile has the fastest wireless speeds, nationwide 5G, and unlimited talk, text, and data, so you have the freedom to connect in more places. Save more with Spectrum Mobile. Your first line and every line for just $29.99 each. Call 844-677-2999. Visit a local Spectrum store or SpectrumMobile.com today.
It's time. This is gonna be fun, man.
Knows the family that streams together, explores together, survivors ready, wins together. Touchdown!
Mhm.
And even does this together. So make room on the couch for the biggest shows, the funniest movies, because it's all here on a mountain of family entertainment. Paramount Plus. Now,
There's something here. Yeah, for sure. Oh, look at this. Mr. Tomb.
Yes.
Wow. This is all stone lined here. It's just scalloped out. This is looted.
Definitely.
Yes. Tomb for sure.
Tomb.
On a trek with archaeologists Brent Woodville and Josue Lasada, we're hunting for the ruins of the city of the White Jaguar, Sakbalam. We found a tomb that may once have held precious Maya offerings or ceremonial jewelry. A stone-lined Maya tomb, even a looted one, is a remarkable find, and one that leads us to start considering other possibilities.
At this point, there's a lot of architecture out here. There is no question that there is a community of people out here. No question at all. So in terms of our Sakbalam checklist here, we now have a lot going for us, right?
Everything we've seen so far fits the bill 100%.
So now what?
So now I think it's time to call in some help.
You're feeling that good about it?
I'm feeling better and better about the fact that this could be the case.
Mhm.
You?
Absolutely.
You are.
Yes. So I already have a team doing work over in San Cristobal.
Mhm.
LiDAR scanner. There's also a great archaeologist who specializes in this time period. Some of our Phillies guys could bring him out tomorrow.
That'd be amazing.
We fan out to find a level campsite, feeling like we're on the verge of completing Don Diego's map. But with any wood and thatch structures long since decayed, Brent and Josue can't be sure until an aerial LiDAR scan confirms the extent of the settlement by looking for more stone platforms. After we find a clearing, Brent calls in our GPS position with a sat phone so his LiDAR team can find us, and we set up camp for a night in the jungle.
All right. Home sweet home. All right. Time to sleep.
Just another beautiful. Needless to say, I do not sleep in. Instead, we explore around the campsite, and by early afternoon, we hear a welcome sound. Other humans.
Ain't no humans on this app.
Brent and Josue's LiDAR team
That's
has been
ridiculous.
hiking since before dawn to get here.
How's it going, Nick?
Hey man, I'm Josh.
Hi, Josh. Nice to meet you. Yeah, so this is the rest of the team that is over in San Cristobal. This is Nick and his crew from Juniper Unmanned.
You guys are here to do the aerial scanning, yeah?
Yes.
Great.
And these are the archaeologists working with me. This is Yuko and Ruben.
Nice to meet both of you. So now that we're all here, what's the plan?
Yuko and Ruben are going to start digging some test pits. Okay, just small little pits, seeing if we can hit anything, so we get an idea of dates and times and people.
Got it.
And the LiDAR folks are gonna start doing their thing.
While the archaeologists begin excavating in this area, I walk to a small clearing with the LiDAR team as they set up to scan the valley.
All right, so talk to me. Obviously, this is a drone. What is this bad boy?
This is a multi-rotor hexacopter made to carry heavy payloads.
And in this case, the heavy payload is this black and yellow unit here. That's LiDAR?
Yes, sir. That's the LiDAR unit.
Okay, and LiDAR is obviously magic.
Yeah, so LiDAR stands for light detection and ranging.
Or magic.
Magic, yeah.
Aerial LiDAR LiDAR sends millions of laser pulses to the ground. There's a lot. And measures the distance to fractions of a millimeter, allowing scientists to digitally peel away layers of foliage that have been growing for centuries. Foliage that may be obscuring ancient structures, rendering them invisible to the naked eye. In our case, we're hoping the LiDAR can show us the full extent of this settlement, and if it's large enough, to be Sac Balam. So what do we want to see more of?
Everything. It's really hard to see anything here, as I'm sure you've seen from walking around. What we know from de Valenzuela is that he talked about 3 larger mounds in the center of the site where there are communal architecture.
Got it.
But they're all made of wood with thatch roofs. Right. So all we're really going to see is probably structures about this high. Maybe some a little bit higher, maybe some even lower.
Right.
But those are really hard to find. We can walk right next to a mound and not even know it's there. Right.
With our air game covered, it's time to see what else is on the ground. And it so happens that Yuko and Ruben are making discoveries in the test pits.
Look at this.
So this is flat limestone. It's really nicely shaped.
This is crazy. This looks like a modern floor tile. So no question, this is a cut piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this was primarily used for what? Floor surfaces?
Floor surfaces and also the wall facade.
This is like a facing stone.
Facing stone.
So should we go a little deeper, see what's there?
Yeah, I like to see the edge of the stone.
Okay, great. Let's dig.
Quarried limestone was, quite literally, the building block with which the Maya created their cities.